Hey everyone, we're here, we're live. It is about that time. Yeah, it was a long day. As much as I wish I was this guy right here, it was a long day. I made I made one video to drop tomorrow. I think I made another one to drop Thursday. I could be wrong. Don't quote me. It should be popping up. Um, so we got Card Shop was first. Card Shop was first. Holy cow. Okay. So, hey, Felix, my man. Uh, the video dropping tomorrow is gonna be. I'm gonna be showing a teaser on on my phone of what I did today. So I went like this in front of the camera, and I showed him those like 10 to 15 second clip of my work area. Yeah, it's crazy. But as you know, we have guests already waiting. Already waiting. I'm excited. Here we go. We're going to add up first the man you all know him. You love him because he's the Kaiju King. He is Darth Gojira.
Hoo-yah! I had to wear the Mothra shirt. It's brand new and it's just a gorgeous print. So
It is. That looks awesome.
Yeah, I found it on Feebay and it was only $12.99. And I also got a shirt of Groot, not, I am Groot. The original 1960 Groot that was this giant wood monster from outer space coming to invade Earth Groot. Very cool.
Oh, wow.
Shirt. Yeah, I'll wear that Wednesday night on our show.
Nice. But before we get more started, we have another special guest to the show.
Oh, my.
You know him, you love him, and he has one of the best PSAs out there. You know him, Collecting Chaos.
I don't need no introduction. Just bring me on.
You're awesome. Oh.
That's the one that Mike wasn't going to sell?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was the one that he...
took me no time at all to get it fixed up.
That was the one he said that he put it in the garbage pile?
Yeah. And I told him I'd give him $10 for it.
Yep. And also the one that
had $50 comic.
Oh my gosh! Also, the one that had Hawkman on it was pretty beat up too. I think you got to do.
That wasn't that bad. That's on my table for tomorrow.
Yep, I watched your video this morning and I picked my pick. I don't know who everyone else is going to pick, but
we don't watch WWE Raw on this channel.
It's either going to be Batman or Hulk. Those are the two most popular. Although I did have some people pick the other one too.
It was a toss up between the Reptilian cover and the Scott Campbell Hulk, but
yeah, they're both gorgeous.
I finally had to go with Campbell. That was my vote.
Check this out.
They're gorgeous. Oh,
I love Dinosaurs for Hire. That was such a fun
so do
comic. Yeah.
I've got 2 of them now.
Oh wow! all that.
Well, I don't know. There might be more in these boxes. I don't know.
Yeah. When I had the network before it went to Peacock, I would go and watch all the old WCW shows, all
Aliens,
of the old
Labyrinth 2 and 3,
all of the old like 80s and 90s Raws and all that stuff. Because that was wrestling.
Yeah.
This stuff today is more of a show.
After the Attitude Era, it went downhill. Daniel Bryan brought it back up, but then after his injuries and everything, it went to hell in a handbasket.
I quit watching wrestling when the NWO merged with the WWF.
That was horrible. That was horrible.
Before some of the people in the chat were born.
Well, it was funny.
I sorted 2 of these boxes. This one that says Valiant on the front is nothing but Valiant comics now.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
This one is about a third Valiant comics. I still have 4 more boxes to go that have Valiants in them.
I actually went through. I mentioned on the video dropping tomorrow that I have this stack over here of Valiant that I pulled out looking for mystery box stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Chaos, don't worry. That's not all the Valiants I have. It's just what I have available that I pulled out. I'm like, but I will make you a list. Don't you worry.
Yeah, just make me a list.
Yeah, make me a list too, because I got doubles and triples. Like I've got that chromium.
With the exception of like 1 through 10 of some of the titles, you'll get first crack at everything. And if I don't have one, that's fine. Yeah. I will eventually start collecting Valiant.
Mm-hmm. Well,
the only
have
one,
a bunch of it now.
But if it's 10 or less, unless I have 2 of them, I'm not going to let you get one.
Yeah, the only thing I'm looking for myself, Chaos, and I'm sure you have a lot of it, is the Valiant Shadow Man.
Yeah, I have some of that.
Yeah, I'm missing quite a few, and I can send you my want list. One thing I'm very excited that came in the mail today.
Well, since Chris is trying to get a full run of Valiant comics, he'll get first shot at them, but then you'll get second shot. And I'm Shadow Man just never did it for me.
Here's my millionth copy of Turok 1.
I got 2, 3, and 4 in this box. Like 4 copies of each.
I might need those.
But I was really excited. This came in the mail today. One of the old Shadow Pulp novels.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's the original Shadow.
I've got some of the now Green Hornet in here too, but I don't know which ones I've got.
Oh, I'll have to give you a list of what I've got.
I have to get a list of what I've got so I know if it's anything I need. Because I was collecting those at one time too. I think I've got them all, but I'm not going to swear to it.
Hey, Horizon, thanks for stopping.
Howdy, Horizon. And I know, Chaos, you're a fan of AC Comics just like I am. But I was really happy to pick this up. Cliffhanger Comics #1 and #2.
I think I've got those, but I'm not going to swear to it.
Yeah, I was really happy to get it because it's got an original Masked Marvel cliffhanger story in it, all 4 parts in both issues. And I was doing some research on Don Winslow of the Navy and Coast Guard.
I've got a Don Winslow Big Little book over here.
Yeah. Don Winslow was actually paid for and sponsored by the United States Navy. Yep. And the actual comic company that put it out, I think, was Magazine Enterprises. They were told exactly what they could and could not show in that comic book by the Navy. Which
didn't they also do a serial of it? Yeah,
they did, and that's why they've got the actor right there in it. And I never even seen that. I'll have to hunt down that Don Winslow serial because I'm a big fan of the cliffhanger serials. That came from me Saturday.
Well, that's pretty much every serial they ever did ended in a cliffhanger.
Yeah. My favorite are the Commando Cody King of the Rocket Men ones. I have all 4 of those. I love every one they did. But I had to get this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because, I mean, come on. The Question, Nightshade, Captain Atom, and Blue Beetle. Oh. Yep. I'm really looking forward to Blue and Gold on Wednesday, where they team back up the Blue Beetle with Booster Gold. That's going to be so fun. They were
but which Blue Beetle and which Booster Gold?
Ted Cord Blue Beetle, and
they're bringing him back.
Booster Gold. Yes,
I thought they killed him off.
They did, but they're bringing him back. Who stays dead in comic books nowadays? Chaos. Come on now.
Marvel.
He's the only one. They brought him back for a little bit. They did bring him back for a little bit, but then he got wiped out of continuity again somehow.
Who was Marvel? That was Captain Marvel?
Yeah.
The original Captain Marvel, yeah.
Well, no, the original Marvel Captain Marvel, not the original Captain Marvel. The original Captain Marvel was
Shazam.
Billy Batson.
Yeah.
Billy Batson. Okay. I might disappear suddenly because we are having a little bit of thunder, but it's Texas, so that's to be expected.
Look, I was able to finally dig this out. I don't know if you can see it. I dug it out. It's open.
Hold on one sec.
My press.
How'd that happen?
I had to clean off all the books to get a look at
Yeah,
the book.
I understand. You did it because I cleared off my scanner, right?
Yeah, no, I kind of wanted to for a while. I just never got over there. And then when you finally got to your scanner, I was like, well, if he got to the scanner, I have to get to the press.
I got a bunch of these, not of Zero, but of Archer and Armstrong.
Ah,
And the cool part is, I have my original set.
Barry Windsor Smith, gotta love that, man. Jim
Oh,
Shooter
yeah.
was able to get so much good talent there. Bart Sears, Steve Ditko, BWS, Bob Layton. Oh my God, he just
Wow.
just phenomenal. Yeah.
I'm looking for a book, and it's right in front of me. Okay, so a while back, I did get this one from Mike, I think.
Yeah.
Right? So yeah, this is issue 16, I think it was. Yeah. And it was like it had a connecting cover, right?
Yeah.
So I saw it on a one of his hot list videos, and I went and I ordered it, and I thinking it was the other end.
Now, I don't know if I'm going to let these go or not. Unfortunately, this one doesn't have the insert. They ripped out the back of it. They ripped out the
oh, that's the one that came with.
That was the mail away.
Yeah. Didn't that come with the Harbinger number 0 or something?
Yeah, it did.
Something like that.
Yeah, I don't got that.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to part with these or not because they're kind of cool.
But yeah, so I got this one from Mike. Hello, Morton. And then I ordered this one thinking I didn't have this one. So now I got two.
Hey, you got something to sell.
Yeah.
Do you want me to turn it around so you can see what's on the back of this trade paperback?
Isn't it the cutaway? I think it was a cutaway that comes with EXO.
Oh, the database.
Yeah. Inside that database is an awesome acetate die cut thing where it's each acetate is layered to show you the armor. Yep.
That's the one that comes with the companion, right?
Yeah.
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 I don't know if I want to let go of those or not.
I have Magnus Robot Fighter number 5 coming. That's the first appearance of Rai because it was a flip book.
Mm-hmm.
I know. Yeah. I remember when all that stuff came out.
Yep.
So here's a sneak peek at tomorrow's video. I don't even remember when I bought that.
I think that was that a Mike order?
Yeah, I don't remember when I bought it though, but it's definitely from Mike.
Yeah.
Is that number 0?
No, it's number 1.
Well, I don't have one.
The Armorines. That was one of the newer books they did.
And then these ones, I think I was. I think me and Chaos were going after these ones.
Yeah, the Nexus. Yeah, you and Chaos were.
I ended up with 2 copies of number 4. But then I gave up getting them because I found them cheaper on Evil Band.
That's what I said in the video. I was like, I think I won them because he ended up finding them on and bought them on another site. So he let me have them.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but this one's not available to you.
What number is that?
2. Because I no longer have mine.
I don't know if I had that or not.
It's not available. I just wanted to tease you with it.
So then I got another haha number 5.
8.
And I ordered these ones before I bought the ones from Camp Bell. So I was like, all right, so now I have extras.
Harbinger number 10.
Hold on a second.
The homage cover.
Yeah, I got that.
That's a cool cover.
That's the Dark Knight one, right? Dark Knight homage.
Yep.
And then the last one I got today in the mail for tomorrow's video is the Something is Killing the Children 16. Yeah, 16. The Jenny Frisian cover. Was that hardcore number
2?
2? I don't know if I have 2.
I have to dig out all the Valiants I've had for over 30 years. And stick them in here.
Oh well. I got more up here.
And I got Magnus Robot Fighter. I start with number 9. I think I got an early Ninjak here. I only got 2 or 3 Ninjaks so far.
Really?
Yeah. There's a number 2.
Just found more Valiants.
See, there's a number 2.
Well, I don't have number 2. Is that a flip?
No.
Or is that?
There's 2 of them in the bag.
Oh, okay. More Valiants.
But if there's any Archer and Armstrong that you need out of there, that's not a problem because I have a full set.
All right, good, cool.
That's the one that I never sold any of.
I know I have this one. This is a good one. I like that one. That's the one that I did where it was the wraparound.
Right, that's the number 8.
Yeah.
Eternal Warrior number 8, and also Archer and Armstrong number 8.
Yeah. And this I was supposed to bring out on the 4th of July show, but I totally forgot I had it. So I'm going to show it now.
Very nice.
Yeah, I thought that was a really good cover.
Got,
That's the Cyborg Superman.
But yeah, there's a lot of Valiants in this lot, so I should be able to fill a good chunk of what you need.
Yeah, definitely. Feeling cute. Might try to do more Wednesday options this week. What?
I don't know.
What do you mean cute?
James, none of us consider ourselves cute. Just get your books together. You have fire and get on here and sell with us.
There you go.
I may not even be selling on Wednesday night if my stuff doesn't come, but I'm still going to be here to help mod the chat and all the other fun stuff.
What? You don't have anything left from last week?
Now, I did something that'll make you upset.
AJ
I took that off the backing board.
Oh, that's okay.
I have a reason. I have
the
a
only
plan. See, I want to straighten out the plastic.
The only thing I have left to sell are the $2 grab bags.
Oh, that's right. AJ bought a lot of your stuff.
Yeah. And I was shocked that today those 2 mass market paperbacks of Godzilla and Godzilla King of the Monsters, I didn't know they were so valuable because they're put out by the UK company Titan Books, and they're actually hard to get here. They're worth $100, and they sold right away.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, hey, sometimes eBay gives me a good push.
It's like, here you go.
Yep. So,
Okay, I have to go check my press. I'll be right back.
Okie dokie.
There you go, James. That's
But
how
yeah,
you do it.
Yeah, about AJ, AJ bought up most of my stuff. Sunday, I had the chance to go to a sale that was 5 miles away, 40,000 comics. Everything was $1 a pop. But
Wow.
people hadn't paid me. I wasn't even starting to get payments in until Sunday night, and then I had to ship everything this morning. And he was supposedly, according to his ad, he had Golden Age, Silver Age, Bronze, Copper, and Current, 40,000 books.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, damn, even with a couple hundred, I could go down there, get a bunch of keys, make a killing, and be set. But,
Oh yeah. Well, as soon as he made that ad, advertisement of gold and silver, people were going to be lined up at the door.
Oh yeah, and he started at 8. I didn't find out about it till almost 10 o'clock in the morning. So people were in line at 6, and
Oh,
people
yeah.
were probably just writing him checks saying, "I'll take these 15 boxes, man." You know.
Yeah, right. I'll take these 15 and I'll go, and then next guy can have whatever. And
Yeah, exactly.
the
But what might end up happening if stuff doesn't come in, because I've got 2 boxes coming, and if
Pretty straight, huh?
yeah.
Not bad considering it was curled here and in the bottom.
Oh wow,
yeah.
nice. If stuff doesn't come in by Wednesday,
The rest of the story.
Okay. That
I'm
makes
experimenting.
What?
Oh.
That's the Helena that I plan to keep. So
What I was going to do is take some of my fee-based stuff down and see if it sells on our Wednesday night auction. It might be better for Friday. You know, I don't know. We'll see.
KP, if you're watching at all, maybe a replay. This is that the Superman thing I was telling you. You got the one that's still bagged, the one I gave you to read, and then the one I opened with all the inserts in it for you, so you don't have to open one. And the inserts came with the armband, a postcard, a newspaper clipping, and a giant poster. That was
Yeah,
I was like, I was so like shocked. I was like, I hope I have one of them I can open now.
I don't know who they made that armband for either. It was so huge, man. It's like, was that made for like Hulk Hogan and The Rock? You know?
Well, I guess they had to make it so that it was adjustable to whoever did get it.
Yeah.
You don't want someone like Lou Ferrigno be like, why can't Hulk be sad about Superman dead? You know?
Yeah.
Or like Solomon Grundy. Why can't Solomon Grundy be sad that Superman dead? You know, like.
Yep.
But yeah, I was shocked. I actually forgot all that came in there because I have at least 5 copies of the bagged one, and one of them I had was open, so I told her I'll give her the open one with all the stuff in it, so that she doesn't have to open the other one.
Wow.
yeah, I'm gonna have to take my heat gun to this and try to get the wrinkles out.
Did you watch Chaos's video today, Dark?
Yeah.
Of course you did.
Did you watch the part where he almost used the mini iron on the comic without the paper on it? Did you get scared too? Because I was like,
I'm like, I see. Here's the problem. I have trust in Chaos. I thought, oh well, he must know what he's doing.
I did.
I was like, I'm watching him, and he puts it. He's going down. I'm like, what are you doing? and he got so close. I was like, and then he pulled away and put the paper down, and he was like, I was like, oh my god, don't do this to me again.
Yeah,
I should have seen the one I didn't film where I put the paper under it and and went, that's not right.
I'm so excited to have when Chaos's box gets to me because, well, number one, that Nightman
boxes.
Boxes.
Several boxes.
Okay. Well, the one box that has Queen Emeraldus and Harlock, that's going right on the display.
You do know that if he had been here, if Chris had been here, you would have been fighting over this.
Yeah.
Nightman? Yeah.
Yeah. I used to watch the TV show. Do you have the Malibu comics of Nightman? Because I've got quite a few of them.
I have a few of them.
I have some.
Oh, okay. Okay. Do you need number one?
I don't know what Malibu comics I need yet.
Ah.
Yeah, I haven't gotten there yet, but I do love Malibu comics.
I have a few of them in this box.
Yeah.
I have some in the black hole that is my collection that I haven't gone through yet. Well, think about it. Generally, things go in there and they never come back out.
Yeah. There's stuff I probably have I didn't know I had.
Oh, that one X-Men that I had like 5 of. I thought I had one, maybe.
Oh,
I had like 5 or 6 of them.
Exactly, James. I display my toys. If you looked at Instagram, I put up a picture and it said these are a few of my favorite things. Those are only the toys my wife would allow me to display.
I play with my toys.
I need a warehouse. Literally, I need a warehouse with a separate room just for display.
Yeah.
Not all of my not for sale stuff.
I used to have a storage unit.
Storage room, it's too small. I need a freaking warehouse.
Well, I mean, it was at the size of my garage, but because you used to have a storage, you definitely need a warehouse.
Yeah.
Just to put them on display.
You got to remember, I only have 1/10 of what I had when I had a store.
Yeah, but a lot of your stuff is still in boxes. So if you take everything out, you're going to need a warehouse. You're right.
Yeah.
I only have 1/10 of the comics that I used to have. I had 250,000 comics when I had a store.
Wow. You were like Mile High Comics when they started out.
Pretty much.
Yep.
I need to get an overlay of like Drool. I just have Drool. My wife bought 9 boxes of comics. We didn't need the comics. We didn't want the comics. She told the guy, no, I don't want them. No, I don't want them. Finally said, will you give me $5 a piece for them? She went, okay. and I said, well, why did you buy them? She said, $5 a box. These are long boxes. I'm going, okay. I said, but you said we're not buying anymore. We don't have room. She said, I just wanted to get rid of him.
Yeah. Hey, and 300.
The guy wouldn't leave. So
300 comics to a long box.
2 copies of Amazing Spider-Man 129, a copy of 101. It had almost every Bronze Age comic. Well, it didn't have hardly any Incredible Hulk.
Wow.
So no 181, but just about everything else it had. It had X-Men starting with like 109, or no, 98 up.
James, you're not supposed to show her that stuff.
Cats mess up their laying room there. Okay. My wife is behind me selling the stuff as long as I'm not buying more to get stuff in than I'm actually selling.
Now here's the really funny part. My wife used to keep a box behind the counter. That was her collection. She picked out pretty covers that she liked. And people would always say, well, what's in there? Oh, that's my collection. Oh, can I look through it? And they'd start pulling things out. I want this, I want this, I want this. And she'd go, this is my collection. But she'd sell them. They'd leave. She'd go over, get some more copies, put them in. And because they were her collection, she charged like 3 or 4 times cover, and they paid it gladly.
Oh, wow. Yeah, all you got to do, like you said, Chaos, is say personal collection, and they're willing to shell out the money for some reason.
The other thing she did, we went to a show. I took her to a show, and she decided, okay, we need more Spawn #1s. And I said, no, we're going to pay $10, $15 a piece for them. She said, that's okay. We're going to get 20. I said, okay, it's up to you. That's your thing. She bought like 10 copies of Spawn #1, spent $150, I think. And I'm going, I can't believe she did that. I could have bought so many quarter comics and sold them for $1.50 a piece and made a whole lot more money. But she wanted to have the Spawn #1s. So she would put one in the back issue bin at a time. So actually a smart thing to do because you can increase the price anytime you want. Guy came up with a box with a bunch of newer comics that were out of the bags and boards. One of them was the Spawn #1.
Oh my.
She looked at it and she went, that's not cover price. He said, well, yeah, it is. It's $1.95 or what it was. She went, no. And she walked over and she pulled out the empty bag that he took it out of. And she brought over and said, that's $20 comic.
Oh.
He said, how do you know that? She said, because my husband didn't buy those. I bought those. That's a $20 comic. He wanted it's $20. said, I'm not paying $20 for that. And she went, you're not going to pay for anything. He went, oh, you're going to give them to me? She said, no, I don't want you to come back. He came back in when she wasn't there and told me what was going on, that my wife threw him out. And I went, well, then what the hell are you doing in here? If my wife threw you out, you do not belong in this store. Get out. And he's going, I thought we were friends. And I went, we were until you tried to steal a comic from me. He said, what do you mean steal? I said, buying a Swan #1 for cover price when you know it's a $20 book? No, that's stealing. Yeah.
Now, if you had made the mistake of not putting it in that bag or pricing it, would you have gotten it? Would you have let it go? Like if it was your fault? Okay.
Yes.
Because I've seen places be like, oh, well, and you bring it up to the counter and it was their mistake originally.
I had people bring hot books from my back issue bin up to the counter that I knew was a $25 or $30 book, and it was marked at $5. I sold it for $5 because once I price a comic, that's the price of that comic.
Right.
Until I go in and change it, not when a customer brings it up to change it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
because that's happened to me.
Of course, after the customer left, I'd go back and pull them all out so I could reprice them.
Right.
but that customer would get that comic for the price that it was labeled at.
Yeah. That I agree, because that's not my fault that you forgot to do it.
I mean, I paid the same for it regardless. So
right.
What do I care what it sells for?
But
here in California, if the price is marked on the package and when you take it to the counter, they try to switch it because the value's gone up or something, that is bait and switch. It is illegal, and they can get seriously fined and even shut down for it.
Oh, yeah.
That's how California is. Now, there are a lot of states like
Where
that.
do you think my store was?
Texas.
No, it was in San Jose.
Oh, you were up north. I didn't know
Yeah.
that. For some reason, I thought the store was Texas. Chaos.
That's because I'm in Texas. You know why I'm in Texas? Because I can't afford to live in California.
Well, that and they're just getting stupid out here, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's why I don't go to the one place I used to go to, because he got a collection in, and he said all these.
Now, I did have people occasionally go through, they'd see a new box and say, what have you got? And I said, well, I just bought them. And they started going through them and said, I want this and this and this. And I'm going, look, I have not priced those yet. So any prices you see on them are no good, because I just bought those and I didn't even tell you could go through them.
Yeah.
Right.
I have to rebag them, I have to board them, and I have to put prices on them still. Well, that's fine.
Well, he told me they were in the 4 long boxes of that collection. He's like, those are all dollar books. I'm like, all right. So, and I went through them. Now, I knew I wasn't going to get this for $1 because it was X-Men number 4, the first Omega Red. So I said to him, I was like, I know you're not going to give me this for $1, but you're not going to kill me on it either, because you said these were all $1. He's like, yeah, you can have it for $5.
When you said X-Men number 4, I'm thinking the actual X-Men number 4.
Now, I would have sold it to you for $1.
Yeah.
Because it was in the dollar box. I don't care what it is. I'm not the kind of person that cares what it is. If I put something in a dollar box, it's $1. I don't care if it's worth $50 now. I put it in there. If I wasn't smart enough to go back and get it out, that's on me, not on the customer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, there are stores out there that are refusing to price their books, and they want you to bring them up to the counter, and then they're going to go buy whatever the last sale was on eBay. And nobody's going to those stores. In fact, they want us to do all the work for them. My friend Ambrose, who, owns Diggers Comics and Collectibles here that I go to, he has everything priced.
Why? Hello, Patrick Murphy.
Yeah.
Did Patrick Murphy send you?
He must have.
And I've even brought books up to him, and I've said, dude, come on, you know what this is worth. Why do you have it priced like that? He's like, I want people to dig through my stuff and find good deals and get excited, like you just did. So you're going to get that $35 book for $5.
Yes. Oh, no.
Avalanche.
What did you do? Yeah.
I don't know. Something fell over there.
But
yeah, so the next time I went in that store,
I will eventually open a store again, and when I do, I'm going to keep the same thing. I'm going to run it the same way. If it's priced, that's the price, unless I change it, and I will not change it because a customer brings it up to me and I know it's a hot book. I will change it when it's time to change it. And I had a lot of books that were below the price. I mean, I used to have people come in with their wizards all the time and say, "Oh, this book is this price. This book is this price," and I go, "No." But Wizard said this $25 book. You have it for $10. That's because it's a $10 book. No, it's $25 according to. Are you going to pay $25 for it? No, you have it for $10. Are you going to buy it at $10? No. Well, then why are you trying to get me to change the price if you're not going to buy it for $10? Obviously, I need to lower the price some more because it's not selling.
Yeah, right. But that's what I did the last time I went in there, and it was the last time I went in there, like the last time. Because
I'll be right back.
He had a sale with all the back issues were $1, and all the past books that were like new books that are on the back issue wall were all $1. And I was like, so I grabbed a couple books off the rack that were new books, but not like they were $1. They're supposed to be $1.
Yep. New old books.
Yeah, new old books. So I grabbed a couple of those.
Or old new books.
Yeah. So I grabbed a couple of those Alex Ross timeless covers.
Yeah.
And he said they were $1 back on the back issue wall. And I'm like, I grabbed at least 4, maybe 5, 6 of them. I go up to the counter and he tried to charge me $50 for them. I was like, they were on your rack where you said that they were $1 each. You had this sale going. He's like, yeah, I didn't know why. I don't know why those are there. And I'm like, well, they're still $1 because you had them up there. And he was like, I can't do that. And I'm like, well, then you're losing a customer.
Yeah, you can't buy them.
I'm like, bye. He's like, you're not going to put them back? I'm like, no. I'm like, you put them back.
Yeah, that was always my philosophy. Once it's priced, it's priced. You know? And there was one time where a guy came up and he brought a stack of 5 different comics with 5 different prices on them. He went, which one is the right price? And I said, well, let's see. This one is $10, and this one's $7, and this one's $4, and this one's $3, and that one's $15. Well, which is the right price? All of them. But they're all in exactly the same grade. I went, yeah, but I priced them at different times. Shouldn't they all be the same price? I said, okay, they're $15 a piece. Yeah, but this one says 3. Well, then buy that one for 3.
Yeah. What are you? It's like, then if you want that one, then get that one.
That's something I'm not going to do. If I price a new book, I will go back and reprice the old ones. Accordingly, and whether it's going up or down, it doesn't matter.
But yeah, like that's.
I didn't worry about the price fluctuations going up and down. I priced by Overstreet price guide.
Yeah.
And the new comics, when they went into the back issue bin, they got popped up a quarter because they went into bags and boards.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And then if the next year when the price guide came out, they would adjust down or up as appropriate. But when you got a 250,000 comics, you don't worry about repricing any of them.
That's true. Hey, it's Kablamo! Giggity.
Oh, okay. I have to show this comic now, don't I?
Which Patrick Murphy sent you? There's like 5 of them.
I have to show her this comic now.
Oh, yes, you do. Hold on.
Yeah, and I actually picked up something she'll be interested in, so go for it. Yeah, she's going to love that.
She's like, send it to me now.
Is that cool or what?
Ooh.
Cool stuff.
What you got for her? Let's see.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was a tease. I need to get more of them.
Say hello to our god Loki, the cat of mischief up there.
Oh, look at him.
Yes, he's very regal. But I found this today, and it is actually a science comic. check this thing out. Science Comics, Dinosaurs, Fossils, and Feathers. It is a trade paperback.
That's
And
very cool.
yes, it is actually teaching the hard science to kids through comics. I thought it was incredibly unique.
The heck with the kids. I want one of those.
Well, I wish you had let me know that. Well, I didn't show it till now. But if I don't know which one of you would be interested, but it's up for sale on Feebay, but I always make special deals for the people in our community. Thank you, Kablamo, and thank you, Chaos. I will probably put this up for much less than what I'm selling it for on eBay. So
I will find one. So if Kablamo wants that one, that'll be fine.
okay.
Because everything passes through my hands eventually. That's the way I look at it.
Yep, that's true. That is true. It's from, I'll tell you the year, because I had never seen this. It's
Chris, that's nice, but it's no Chucky and his bride.
Yeah.
it's a first edition from 2016. So, and I'm trying to find the publisher for you. Oh, it's called First Second, whoever that is.
There you go. She just said that we'll talk it over. That's really super.
Oh, okay. Groovy Ghoulies. Oh, Diecast, I can't wait to get your slab when... Oh, what is that? It's all blurry. What is it?
It's the mini hologram of Darth Vader.
Oh, nice. Because I just bought a raw copy, supposedly from Robot Monster Island, of the Godzilla #1 that looked so clean, and he says it should pass for an 885. So I may end up getting that slabbed as well, and that way I've got an 8.5 and I got your 7.
Yeah, the only problem is you got this gook on it.
Oh, you know what? Chaos ought to do videos on how to clean up the packages. I'm sure he knows a way to get that off without ruining the package.
What kind of gook is that?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's on the plastic, so you got to be real careful as to what you do with it. I would defer to Horizon Picks on that one.
That looks like a sticker, residue from a sticker.
It's some kind of sticker.
Yeah.
But the rest of it's good.
Try alcohol. Or better yet, a warm towel or a warm washcloth or dishcloth. Just warm water on it and just put it there so that it soaks into the paper, and you should be able to get it off. But you don't want it hot because you don't want it to melt the plastic. You just want it warm.
There is some stuff that you apply to like price stickers and stuff like that. Pink Gorilla Video Games uses it to take all the stickers off of the video game packages, and it does not damage them in any way. I forget what it's called, but
it's like this whole section.
Yeah, I'll watch one of their videos and I'll let you guys know. And that stuff works incredible.
And this one came with the hologram minifigure of Boba Fett.
There you go. Card Shop's got it. No, Gugon is what it's called.
Oh, don't use that on plastic.
Really?
You can't?
You don't want to use it on plastic. It'll eat the plastic if you leave it on there too long.
I didn't disappear. I'm still here.
Lighter fluid would work. And you don't want to put Gugon on cardstock because it'll take off the ink.
Oh, wow.
You got to be real careful with that stuff. I've got some. I've used it on different things. But, yeah, it's not the best in the world.
I used to use Windex.
That actually will work.
Really?
Ammonia will work.
I've got both in the house. See, I'm learning so much. Cool. Keep that knowledge coming, people.
That's why Windex works, because of ammonia. Just plain water will work if you soak it long enough, but it won't take the gooey stuff off.
Yeah.
I was gonna sell one of these last week. I might bring it Friday.
Yeah. Oh, Kablamo, you ain't right.
I'm not gonna pee on my Star Wars figure.
Hey, then you could sell it on some other auction. Brand new with P.
Because I have an extra set of Hellboy 2 with this in it, sealed. I was thinking about selling it.
Oh, wow.
I'm just impressed with how that card came out. Of course, I did steam it first, but I used acetone to remove the plastic, and you can see. I'm not going to do that again. I don't like.
We're right.
It took off some of the ink. They said it took off some of the ink up here, so I'm not going to be doing that again. But like I said, this is the one that's going to stay in my collection, so I'm not too worried about it.
You know, since you said that, Kablamo, the only thing that came to mind was Ren and Stimpy.
You idiot! You
Don't pee on the electric fence.
Yeah. Oh, I love that episode. Oh.
Do you know what I have glue gone around the house for? Taking stickers off pots and pans and stuff like that I buy new.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I wash them about 14 times to get all that crap off of it.
I never thought of doing that.
What?
Using it on the stickers and the pots and pans.
Oh, yeah, it's great for that.
Well, how come it works really well on the plastic covering for video games where they always put the sticker?
It's a different type of plastic. And it doesn't work really well. If you leave it on there too long, it will cloud the plastic.
Okay, good to know. I'll just stick with Windex. We got plenty of that, and we got ammonia, so I'll just stick with that.
I'm just going to stop touching things over there.
Yeah. Oh, that was hilarious. And then Space Madness. Space Madness is one of the greatest ones. This is not your ice cream. It's mine. I've had it since I was a child. We're not talking anymore.
I had one of my favorite snacks today. I take 2 oatmeal iced cookies and put a little peanut butter on one of them, and then, yeah, it's good stuff.
Oh, wow. That does sound good.
Oh, it is. And wash it down with a little milk if you can drink milk, and you're good to go.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. I can drink milk. I'm not lactose intolerant.
Crap.
What did you do, Diecast?
The box that fell had all my Warhammer guys in it, and now they're all over there.
You better watch out. The kitty will play with them.
You can put all your Warhammer guys in one box.
So the ones I had on the table, the orcs and all that. Like, oh no, I have all my Warhammer stuff back there and in the garage.
I can't put all of my orcs in one box.
Well, what kind of box?
Well, that's because it's orcs and goblins. So
how big of a box you trying to put them in?
I have one of the big plastic cases from Games Workshop.
Oh, with the foam.
Yeah, and my orc army won't fit in there.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Neither my 40K orcs nor my Warhammer orcs.
Well, yeah.
Thank you, Horizon, for finishing that. We're not hitchhiking anymore. We're riding. Oh my god. Oh. And on that note, I will get coffee and I'll put a quarter in Godzilla.
All right.
Sounds like a plan.
Got Darth doing it now. Yes.
I don't need to go get coffee.
Stay there.
And to put the to put the plastic back onto the card, I got turbo tacky glue.
Ooh. Is that the quick dry one?
Oh yeah, 50% faster. Cuts drying time by more than 50%. Features more resin for a superior bond. No run formula. Yeah, like I said, it's an experiment. We'll see how it turns out.
What's this one? No. What's this one?
I'm not drinking iced coffee. I'm drinking room temperature coffee. It was hot when I started out.
Here's a question. Who, in your opinion, and this goes for the chat too, is the most, in the Marvel universe, who is the most overrated villain?
Overrated?
Yeah.
All of them?
I don't know. Doctor Doom.
Oh, you said villain, not superhero.
Yeah, villain.
I don't know. Their villains are pretty damn good, except for people like Paste Pot Pete.
Paste Pot Pete was awesome, especially if you say it really fast.
Paste Pot
Paste
Pete.
Pot Pete.
Thank God they changed his name to the Melter. He finally sounded cool.
That. The most
Mysterio?
overrated villain in Marvel Comics.
Yeah, Mr. Yeah, he is.
Can I start with somebody that started out as a villain but then changed real quick?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Wolverine.
Oh, yeah.
He was a villain?
Yeah.
He fought the Hulk first time out. He was a Hulk villain.
But that's because he worked for the Canadian government and they sent him to take out the Hulk.
Miss Kablamo, you know you can come in the panel too. I mean,
So
don't
he
all
was-
read the chat.
He was a government agent. I can't consider him a villain.
I'm looking. Oh, James Hill is asking a question. Mysterio.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
part of
James
the
Hill
department.
saying Mysterio.
Yeah, I have to agree with James on that because Mysterio is nothing but illusions and tricks, man.
I'm not doing an auction on Thursday. That was a one-off thing. I will occasionally do them, but people will know well in advance before I do one. This week I'm not doing one. It's going to be my normal chat. We're going to talk about comics and toys and basically what you should do and what you shouldn't do when you're showing them.
Oh,
Makes
yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
But
No
James,
spoilers. If you guys give spoilers, you're not invited.
I'm not spoiling anything. I'm just saying we discussed this. It was a good topic. I like it.
I wasn't there for the topic, so I can't spoil anything. So there you go. But James, you are more than willing to be here with us Wednesday night and be part of the Wednesday night regulars, brother. You are welcome.
Oh yeah.
You are awesome. And I can't speak for Horizon, but I'm sure Horizon would like you there on Friday night as well. You know, so there you go. As far as I'm concerned, you're a Wednesday night regular, James, and I'm sure Diecast feels the same way.
Actually, I mentioned it in tomorrow's video. I mean, I'm just gonna, no. If I keep talking about tomorrow's video, no one's gonna watch it because I already said everything.
Oh,
what?
Your new intro?
Yes,
perfect.
Told you
the link is perfect.
I worked on that all day today. On top of.
No, you worked on it all day yesterday because you posted the video this morning.
I made a video this morning.
Wasn't that today's video? Didn't you drop that video? Oh, no, you dropped it yesterday.
Did I? I don't even know what day it is now.
Oh, no. Wait a minute. No, you didn't. You didn't drop it. I was talking about the one that you started with today.
Yes. The one I did today is the new intro.
I'm all confused. I showed comic books today on the chat that I hadn't worked on yet, but I showed the finished product the day before.
We have another special guest to the panel. Everybody,
Woo!
You know her. You'll love her. She's a great moderator, and she loves dinosaurs.
Come
Kablamo!
Krakatoa Kablamo.
There you
I'm
go.
going to have to teach you guys how to say Krakatoa.
I just want to say
It's
Kablamo from now on.
Just say kablamo, man.
Kablam! Oh,
I
Krakatoa
don't know what
was the-
everybody's problem is with saying that.
I don't
It's
know.
not hard.
it's not that it's a
No.
problem saying it. It's just I want to say Krakatoa.
The only thing is, every time I see it, I think Krakatoa, east of Java, which is a movie.
It's a movie, yeah.
Yeah, and Krakatoa is the volcanic island. Easy to remember.
and
And
every time
Kablamo,
Is what happened to it.
yeah,
Yes.
every time I see it, I want to. Every time I see
Yes.
Krakatoa, I want to say Kraken, but it's clearly not Kraken. It's Krakatoa.
release the Kraken.
Right? Exactly, Horizon. Everybody
Release Kablamo!
Yes, there you go.
Krakatoga, Saratoga. I've been called everything.
Well, I can't call you KK because that's chaos.
Yeah.
Kablamo is fine.
Oh,
It's
okay,
fine.
Kablam! Oh,
Yes. Yes, we are, James. We're gonna do the auction for 3 hours on Diecast channel. Then we'll switch it over to my channel because they do their late nights with Patrick Murphy. So, and that's totally understandable.
it's a good transition point for the people that want to keep going to the auction can go onto your channel, and it gives your channel some people. And then, you know what I mean? Like, and that, I think that's a really good
Did you break 100 yet?
transition.
I don't think so. I really don't.
All right,
I
everybody in the chat, go subscribe to Darth. Go do that. He needs the people. He
I
needs to
think
get. He needs to get 100 so he can change his.
I have.
I think I'm still at 73 subscribers.
Yeah, you're at 73 still. I've been subscribed to you for a
Yeah.
while now. So.
But honestly, with as busy as I've been, I haven't uploaded. I've got 3 videos ready to go, and I haven't even had time to upload any of them.
Set at least one day of the week that you're going to upload a video. No matter what happens, upload it, because that makes a big difference. Is having those regular videos dropping.
I know.
Makes a huge difference.
I know. I've got one on the Golden Age Sandman. I've got one on Space Giants, the 2 very rare Space Giants comic books. I'm really mad at myself because the one I did on Ultraman was supposed to go out on last Saturday, which was Ultraman Day, the official Ultraman Day, and I missed that.
I cannot focus.
Yeah,
and that covers.
You need to. It's focusing on your face.
Yep.
Why?
It is. I don't know. It love you.
I am ugly.
Yeah. See, that's how you get it to focus.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see what it reads on there.
I don't know. Here, let me get my magnifying glass out.
What is it?
It's a fire truck.
Oh, a little die-cast car?
Yeah.
That's why you have a magnifying glass, so you can read that little crap.
I don't have.
Oh, and then he drops it. Okay, it's lost all its value. There you go. It's gone.
Like when Mike would show a comic book and then do this number, and I'd be bidding on it, and he'd go do this, and I'd say, nope, I don't want it.
Yep.
Yeah, now I got to press that one again. Damn it.
I think it says 911 on the back of that, but my eyesight's terrible, man.
I'm just going to use the camera.
Yeah, you can use your phone as a magnifying glass.
Yeah, I couldn't even tell, even with my glasses on, what it said. So.
Yeah, somebody brought a package up to me today. Can you read this fine print? And I took one look at it, and it looked like a black line. And I went, sure, I can read it. And they said, you can? I said, yeah, just a minute. And I took my glasses off. They said, oh, you need glasses for farsight? I said, no, I need glasses. And I pulled this out of my pocket and went, so that I can see this. Where'd you get that? I said, I don't know. I've had it for years. I just happen to have it in my pocket. One day I'm going to have this in my pocket at work, and they're going to ask me to read fine print, and I'm going to go,
It looks like a
it's-
ladder.
Oh yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Hey, Chaos, you're very knowledgeable with DC Comics, right? More so than Marvel.
Fairly so. Fairly so.
Okay. Why is everybody going crazy over Kyle Rayner? You know, the third fourth Green Lantern for Earth. I know he became the White Lantern, and he saved everything in Jeff John's Brightest Day, Darkest Night saga. But why?
Thank you
now?
for the spoilers,
Oh, sorry.
because I have not started reading that yet. I
Oh.
have it, but I haven't even started it yet. That's
Wait.
twice you've done that to me. I'm going to shoot you
Wait.
next time.
What you didn't read the second series of Green Lantern, or just?
I need to read Blackest Night first, and then I think Brightest Day comes after that, doesn't it?
Yeah, Darkest
Yeah.
Night and Brightest Day.
No, yeah.
But
And
Kyle
I just
Rayner
read
was-
a couple of them. But
Oh.
Kyle Rayner, it's been about 25 years since Kyle Rayner first showed up. So
Yeah.
that's why I think people are starting to go
Yeah.
nuts over him, is because his first appearance just hit the 25-year mark.
And
But Card
apparently,
Shop.
and the show too is going to be.
Yeah,
ongoing.
but I thought the show was focusing on Jessica Jones. Did they change that?
Oh no, she's in
Jessica
it. but-
Jones is Marvel.
Oh, what's her name?
Cruz.
Jessica Cruz. There you go,
Cruz.
Jessica Cruz. Yeah, I thought the whole show was focused on her.
No, it's focused on the core. So
Okay.
all the members of the core are going to be featured in it.
I want to
So-
I want to see what they do with Kilowog.
Yes, Kilowog. Ooh. And I
Yes.
like all those weird ones, like the Crystal Green Lantern and the all tentacled one, and Mogo, the Living Planet. I mean,
Yes,
oh, dude, that was so cool.
yes.
Wouldn't want to mess with that Green Lantern.
No.
I would like to see Galactus take
I
him
like
on.
Chip too.
yes, the squirrel. Oh man.
Oh yes, the
He
little
was,
one.
Chip was badass.
Chip. And then there
Yes,
was
he
the
was.
the dog one too.
Mm-hmm.
Nort.
Yes,
Gnort. Yeah.
Gnort.
No, it's pronounced Nort.
Oh, it is.
Gnort.
The G is
Yeah, the
silent?
G is silent. Yeah.
Okay.
Anytime you have a G and an N together, the G is silent.
There
Kind of like
was a-
Gnome.
Yeah, there was a character who debuted in issue 100 of Green Lantern when it was still Green Lantern, Green Arrow, and he went for I think 12 or 15 issues there. Then he became a backup story in Action Comics. It's Airwave. You know who
Yeah.
I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
For some reason, I love that character, and I'm trying to find all the issues for it, but
Then you pretty much need all of the Action Comic Weekly.
yeah, but it's super outrageously priced, man, to find it.
So there's like a buck a piece. You can get those cheap.
Well, the Action Comics, yeah,
Yeah.
but not those Green Lanterns, because
Oh yeah.
100 was super expensive. Just like I'm trying to get Stars and Stripes, not because they're hot, but because it's Stargirl and she's part of JSA, and I like that. I only have
Stars and
two
Stripes.
issues.
I have a couple of those.
Yeah, I
I think
only
I have the
two
first
issues.
couple of issues.
I if you ever want to sell them, please keep me in mind. I know
I'll have
you
to
won't.
see how many I have.
Yeah.
Oh.
But her first appearance now is finally kicking up. It was in that DC Comics special, and everybody's slabbing it and charging hundreds of dollars for it. And I'm like, no, I just need it for my Golden Age collection.
Here's
I
one
know-
for you. We're
Yes.
talking about G's are silent, K's are silent, right?
Mhm.
How do you pronounce PHOTI?
PHOTI
Orty?
Spell it again.
40
PHOTI.
Foddy.
Give up?
Yes.
Fish.
That was PHISH.
No.
You're
PH.
thinking the band.
OTI. It's spelled fish.
Where do you get the ish at?
TI. Sh. It's a ch sound.
TI
Hey,
is a
Radar.
tie.
Hey, Armand,
Armand.
thanks for joining us.
Radar. You've been on ball, man, watching all of our stuff. I didn't think you were Morton. Okay. I didn't think you were that big into
TI as in action.
Okay, as an action, yeah.
Mm-hmm. PHOTI fish.
Okay.
Went out and caught some PHOTI the other day. Some what? Huh? Fody? You caught some Fodies? No, I caught some fish.
I saw it earlier. Now I lost it. There's that controversial issue. Everyone's saying that Guy Gardner, no, Kyle Rayner, or was it Guy Gardner, was Green Lantern Corps Quarterly #6.
Yeah.
With Lobo or something on there, but it was like it was confusing that with the first appearance.
Do you want me to go get it?
I have it. I just don't know where it is. Do you have it?
I probably have 5 or 7.
5 or 7.
I think it's the first cameo. There were like 3 cameo appearances, and then his first full appearance was in Volume 3 of Green Lantern issue 50.
Yeah.
And that was part of the Parallax saga, because he was supposed to replace
John Stewart.
why is
Hal
no
Jordan.
not thank you Hal, yeah, because Hal Jordan got possessed by Parallax.
How do you replace? And then not only was he possessed by Parallax, at the same time he's possessed by the Spectre.
Yeah, at the same time.
What?
No, the Spectre happened afterwards. The
Yes,
Spectre
but he
happened
was
in
still
the
possessed by both at the same time.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
He became possessed by the Spectre in order to fight off Parallax.
Oh, okay. The storyline with him as the Spectre, I have it, was not a good run. He was so not Hal Jordan as the Spectre.
My 2 favorite miniseries for Green Lantern, aside from, of course, the early Green Lantern, like 1 through 120 or something like that. Not the second series, but the original series for Silver Age.
Right.
Emerald Dawn #1. The
Yes.
first Emerald Dawn series. One of my all-time favorite Green Lantern stories.
That was good.
The next one is the one that Ethan Van Sciver did, where he got rid of the Spectre in Parallax. And he became Hal Jordan again.
Yeah.
Those are my 2 favorite Green Lantern stories. And if you just read those 2, you're pretty much caught up with Green Lantern.
The one thing I did like that he did as the Spectre, and I have the issue, he literally wiped Darkseid from the face of existence. But Darkseid rematerialized, got in his face and said, "See, your precious presence won't let you destroy me because I am essential." I was like, oh, snap.
Not just that, he's also a god.
Yeah, but the presence is the one above all. He created all of them and can wipe them out. But Darkseid serves a purpose that the presence gave him. So even though the Spectre is the right hand of presence, he can't wipe him out because he has been given a specific purpose.
Yeah, that's something else that pisses me off. Spectre was the right hand of God for years. Now all of a sudden he's the right hand of presence because it's politically correct.
Yeah.
Oh, Armand, how can I be disappointed in you? You have multiple ways to watch this and Raw, so. And
I just think it's a waste of 3 hours of your life. The show hasn't gotten better.
The only thing I watched, and that was a clip on YouTube from tonight's Raw because I wanted to see what John Cena said.
I don't care what John Cena says.
John Cena returned that Money in the Bank last night, and that was the only thing that was cool that happened.
I don't care about John Cena. I don't care about any of the current wrestlers.
I want to see the new James Gunn Suicide Squad because I want to see Polka Dot Man. I want to see the Brain because it's Peter Capaldi. And then I also...
my 17th favorite Doctor Who. No, he's actually Yeah, he's actually higher on the list than that.
For me,
I-
it's Tom
but-
Baker.
What number Doctor Who was Peter?
He was
Peter
number 12.
Capaldi?
He
Number
was number
12?
12.
Okay,
Yeah.
that would make him my 12th favorite Doctor Who because I've liked every single one of them.
Wait,
Yeah.
Capaldi was 12? I
Yeah.
thought,
The woman is 13.
I thought we were
I thought they had more than that.
I thought we were
No?
counting the War Doctor.
I don't think the War Doctor counts in canon for some reason. That was some special doctor that only happened during the Time Wars. He should count, but they don't count him in the canonical numbers for some reason. Keep in mind, Tom Baker did it. He's still the longest running doctor of all. He did 8 years, and no other doctor's done more than 4. But Tom Baker did 8 freaking years as the doctor. I loved him. He's my number 1 doctor.
Actually,
Matt-
he's my second favorite.
Then number two for me is Matt Smith.
No, my number 1 is Pertwee. With the old car, I love that. And I think he wasn't he the second Doctor,
Yes.
and Tom Baker was the third.
No, Tom Baker was number 4.
Who had
That means Pertwee was the third Doctor.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that's
who
right.
was
'cause
the
they had-
one that had the hat? Like the
Floppy hat with the big scarf, that's Tom Baker.
Okay.
And the crazy curly hair.
Yeah.
That's Tom Baker.
Tom Baker was the 4th Doctor.
Yes. And he did it for the longest run. He did it
Yeah,
the
he did.
longest.
And John Pertwee was the third.
Yep. Yes, and yes, John Pertwee's son did when Peter Capaldi didn't want to change. He was trying to fight it. Pertwee's son was made up to look like John Pertwee, and they actually met and talked. I watched the first episode with the woman. I know she's a great actress, but I did not like her.
I watched the
And-
first season of it, and I went, okay.
I didn't mind her.
It wasn't bad. Now, see, the Doctor Who series can get away with stuff like that because of the way it happens. I mean, they have a physical change to their body, and it's
Yeah.
a completely different body.
But
So-
then to rewrite,
That's the way the Master became a female.
yeah.
Yeah.
And she was fantastic as a female.
Oh,
Oh, my
yeah.
God.
Hi, Patrick.
But to rewrite her entire 60-year history by saying, oh, no, she's not a Time Lord. She's this, and it did this, and it did that. I was like, nope, that's it. I'm done. Goodbye. Nope. And a lot of people got mad at that and tuned out. It's been getting its lowest ratings with her ever since the show started.
I just couldn't get a grip on the fact that
Yes,
there
he
was
is.
three companions.
Mm.
Like I got a grip on it, and then
There was a lot of doctors that had more than one companion, and a few doctors that had 3 or 4.
She had
at the same
originally
time?
4 or 5. Yeah, she had 5 to begin with in the very first episode. If you go back and watch the very first episode, she had 5 with her.
Well, take a look at the second Doctor. I forget his name, but he had like 3 or 4.
Yep.
The
So-
second Doctor was Troughton.
Yeah,
Troughton.
Patrick
Troughton.
Troughton. Yep.
Mhm.
And I liked him too. I mean, I,
Mhm.
like I said, there's for different reasons I've liked almost every Doctor.
Tom Baker was probably my favorite, but I think the big controversial thing for me, or a lot of people say about me, is that I really liked the Ninth Doctor, Christopher Eccleston. I really did.
Yeah, he was good.
Oh, he was great.
I thought he was fantastic. A lot of
Yeah.
people poo-poo me on that because he only did the one season. Shut up, Diecast. And don't get me wrong, I do like David Tennant's version of the Doctor, the 10th Doctor. I do like it. I do like him, but I wanted to see Christopher Eccleston and I'm probably butchering his name because I'm eating tiramisu ice cream, but
Eccleston.
Eccleston,
Yeah,
sure. He was
the whole
fantastic. I loved him.
yeah.
The season finale before the Doctor turned into the 10th Doctor. I'm not a crier, but it was heart wrenching. It was
Yeah.
heart wrenching, and
Yeah,
Armand, don't you dare agree with her. That's not right.
but no, she is absolutely right. He should have done more. He was a great doctor,
Mhm,
but
I would
because
have
of
liked
his,
to have seen him go further.
but because of the issues he had with the director at the time and the
Yeah.
writer, he bowed out after one season. He's
I thought he also had some contractual obligations with some other projects.
He had signed on for the Doctor being it from one season. He didn't know it was going to continue on,
mhm,
and then he got another offer to do Heroes,
mhm.
and then everything was conflicting. But they wanted to keep him on, but he had Heroes he was going to film, so they had to transition him out.
I heard they gave him a lot of shit. Everything I've read is they were giving him a lot of crap.
Well,
They probably were giving him a lot of crap because he was getting ready to do Heroes.
Yeah, and the fact that they wanted him to do one more season,
Yeah.
but he signed on for the one thinking that it wasn't going to get as popular as it did, so that's why he took more work, and then they got mad, and words were said, of course, and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But it all worked out.
I'm just waiting to see who's going to be the next Doctor.
Well, here's the best part about all this. So we can talk about the doctors, but I want to know who your favorite companion was.
Captain Jack Harkness.
I know, right?
I don't like
Nobody
him.
ever says Jack Harkness. Nobody.
Dude, why?
Fucking love. Oh,
it's cool. It's
I
cool.
don't like him. He's a man whore. I didn't like him.
Come on, he's immortal.
I can't think of her name, but the girl that was also in Game of Thrones. That was a companion for a little while.
My favorite companion was
not Sarah Jane.
Yes, going back to Tom Baker, Sarah Jane.
Mhm.
But then, Amy Gillian. I mean, come on, Miss
Oh, wait.
Pond.
No.
Amelia Pond.
My favorite companion for Doctor Who?
Mhm.
K9.
Yes, K9. Oh,
Yeah.
and Sarah Jane kept it K9 too. That was so awesome.
I love Sarah Jane. I liked Rose Tyler. I did like her, but she's like my 4th or 5th favorite one. But Jack Harkness, man. Thank you, Diecast. Love him. Oh my
He is
god.
so great. He's got the best lines.
He
He's
did.
so
I need
great.
to go back and start watching him again. I'm going to start with the very first episode of the very first Doctor.
I don't think you can find anything with him in it anymore. The BBC has kind of absolved themselves of that actor because of allegations against him in real life. The actor who plays Jack Harkness.
John Barrowman.
Yeah.
When did that happen?
Recently.
Well, then you should own it physically. Then you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
That's another topic for another day.
And
how do you think I'm going to watch them all?
No, I know because you probably have them.
Well, actually, I don't have all of them. Some of them I have the cut up remakes of.
Yeah. And I'm not saying
you just can't get them anymore.
I don't like Jack Harkness because of that. No, I mean just the character. Torchwood was cool. It was a cool series, cool concept. But oh my God, that guy will sleep with anything. He's worse than Captain Kirk. Come on, dude, give it a rest, man.
You remember who he becomes, right?
Yes, the face. I know. Yes.
Oh wow, you have that.
Mm-hmm.
Was that VHS?
Yes.
Look at you.
Yeah, I have the very first episode on VHS. Where you're introduced to the granddaughter and all that, and he starts his adventures.
Yeah.
I've got, and then 2 tapes of Tom Baker Doctor Who. I gave them to my son. The Hand of Fear and The Creature of Loch Ness that had the Zygons in it.
This is actually when they actually cared about their 2 tapes.
Yeah.
They put the divider in there.
Oh my God, it's Celestine. Hi.
Celestine.
Yes, Radar. Farscape was amazing. I love Farscape. Oh my god.
Don't even get me going on that one.
Oh. If you
Farscape
remember
was great.
Farscape, do you guys remember a really weird British sci-fi show on Sci-Fi Channel called Lex?
Yeah.
That show was weird and cool. It was so weird. I was like, this is cool. I love this.
Mm-hmm.
And Red Dwarf too.
Mm-hmm.
Red Dwarf was so awesome.
Yep. Yep. And Babylon 5, you know, it has its detractors, but it's got its fans too. Doctor in the TARDIS.
Wasn't there an episode of Red Dwarf that had the theme from another movie show, from either a movie or a TV show showing?
It might have.
Now I'm going to have to go back and rewatch all my Red Dwarfs. That'll only take a couple of days because there weren't that many of them.
Yeah.
The Doctor, if I start rewatching those, I'll be watching those for a couple of months.
Yeah, you'd need a whole vacation just to get a 2-week vacation just to binge watch all that stuff.
Yeah, it takes longer than that. The only thing that's taken me longer to binge watch than the Doctors, and I have binge watched it before, was when I binge watched The Simpsons. The first, the original on the Tracy Ullman show, and then season 1 through like season 27. And I've never watched another episode of The Simpsons since.
I loved the Tracy Ullman show. And remember the Gary Shandling show? That was so great too.
I don't like Gary Shandling.
He was cool back then.
I just don't know. I never liked him.
I like Tracy Ullman.
How did we
I like
get off
Battlestar
topic?
Galactica.
How did we
The
get
original
off of
Battlestar, yes.
Both of them.
How did we get off of Captain Jack Harkness?
We had to because it was getting political.
To
Yeah.
who?
One word. Firefly.
Right? I'm still upset. I'm still upset.
Here, drop the mic.
Yeah. I'm still upset. I am still livid and upset about Firefly, and I will be probably until the end of my days, because what an amazing show, what an amazing cast of people.
On the bright side, that
they just turn around and they're like,
that actor turned around and did another really good series. So
well, Nathan Fillion is my husband in another life.
Castle?
Yeah.
Castle was great.
Oh,
I loved Castle.
And he brought his character into a Halloween episode. I loved it.
I know. He came in and
and he was also a on an episode of Big Bang Theory.
Yes.
Yeah.
What was that sci-fi show that Kevin Sorbo was in? He was the captain of that ship. Was it called Andromeda?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun.
That was amazing.
Yep. And then there was another Gene Roddenberry show that was not Star Trek. I think it was Earth 20-something.
Right there.
What?
My finger's pointing.
Yeah.
That's the entire series of Andromeda.
Cool.
And
Andromeda
you can watch it.
Fantastic.
And you can watch it for free on Tubi.
Yes, Patrick Murphy knows it. Yay!
What was I gonna say?
Nathan Fillion is my husband in another life. Straight up. And it's just because he's such an amazing person. He really is. Got to meet him at a con this year.
James, you absolutely have to watch Firefly.
Yeah.
If you're a science fiction fan, you have to watch Firefly.
You have to watch the.
Otherwise, just turn in your science fiction fan card because you're not a fan.
There's only one word to blame for Firefly. Fox.
Mm-hmm.
They pulled the plug way too soon.
Didn't Joss Whedon get the chance though to write 2 movies to wrap it all up?
Yeah, I think. Well, he did
But he
one.
only did it in one.
Yeah, he did it in one. He wrote 2, but did it in one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And he did go on to do other things. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Some
he
of
only
some
made
of them
the
good, some of them not so good.
But
Yeah.
can you imagine if they didn't can it after 13 episodes?
14 episodes, thank you.
14.
14
Sorry,
episodes.
it's been a while.
Okay, there's 14 episodes of Firefly.
Turn in your science fiction fan.
You
card
watch the
because
14 episodes, and then you go watch the movie that again
Serenity.
made me
Yeah.
cry because they basically killed everybody off in the first 5 minutes.
Okay,
Yeah,
Patrick.
Okay, I agree.
That was
Fox gave
before.
us Peg Bundy, man.
Yeah, that
Woo.
was before Firefly.
And Christina
though.
Applegate. And Christina Applegate.
Okay, we got there. That's the only thing they did right.
And
then,
before,
Married with Children was. I've been watched that several times.
Yeah.
But yes, the Serenity made me cry too.
I mean,
you know,
how do you go and kill almost every single main character off in the first 5? I almost cussed again. Dude.
but frickin' is that
they
the
had?
word you were looking
Well, that's
for?
how they.
Frickin'?
And the first 5 puppy farting minutes. How do you go and
Yes.
kill off?
Fart is okay. This is a fart zone.
Yeah. Like, for the love of all, never have I ever wanted to smack somebody as hard as I did within the first 5 minutes of that movie.
I am so happy I bought the movie and watched it because, like, at that part,
we just lost chaos.
We lost chaos. Well, he said he was having thunderstorms.
Yeah. I'm sure he'll come back.
But
I've got to open up the house because it's finally cool. Be right back.
Here he comes. I bought the movie. There he is.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
We blew him off the screen. But I bought the movie, and I'm so happy I did. I wanted to go to the theater to see Serenity, but I also didn't at the same time because I knew something was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was lucky enough to watch it at home, and I paused it, and I went outside and just had to take a minute, and I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
They didn't just do that.
Yeah.
They didn't do that.
I went to the movie theater and I walked
you were
out.
There?
I walked out. I was pissed. I was angry. I walked out. And then later on, I was convinced to just watch the whole entire movie. And I did. And I was still PO'd. But I did watch it. But it made me flippin' angry.
How dare you, Armand?
Fox, man.
Shall we move on to superhero movies now?
Kablamo does not like you anymore, Armand.
Oh, it's best for business to kill them off. Yeah. Okay. So I get why they did it. When I watched the whole movie, I get why they did it. Also, they have an interview with the cast and they discuss why they did it. And I get it.
Get it. But I didn't like it.
Yeah. I was wounded, mortally wounded. And
to this day I still have the scar.
For real. But my whole point is I got to meet Nathan Fillion one year at a con. And super chill, super awesome guy.
Now we're not worthy.
And I told him, I was like, look, I know that you probably hear this 1,000,001 times. I said, but dude, Firefly. And I'm still upset about it. And he turns around, he looks at me and he goes, I'm still upset about it. He's like, do you have any idea how many times I have tried to convince them to redo that? Everybody on the cast would do it. Everybody would do it again. Everybody's upset about it. We were broken about it because we literally got done doing episode 12. We were working on episode 13. They walked in and they said, you have this episode and one more and you're done. They gave us, 1 episode's worth of notice. That's it.
Wow.
and they never had a legitimate reason. Our numbers weren't as high as some of the other shows, but we were still up there.
Yeah.
They bumped us for, I forget what show it is. They bumped us for a different show, and that show tanked hardcore. I can't remember which one it was.
It was Space Above and Beyond.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And
so
it went.
Yeah. And he's like, he goes, it ruined a bunch of us. He's like, but it is what it is.
Whoever came up with Space Above and Beyond needs to turn in their science fiction card.
For real.
Yeah. Well, look at it this way. Fox has made a series of bad mistakes. They're the ones who canceled Family Guy from their show because it was inappropriate. And Family Guy is the next Simpsons. Okay.
And then they brought it back.
Yeah.
Yep. And then
they got all that heat for it, and they brought it back.
Yep. And then he got American. With that, he just grew with American Dad and all that other stuff. The guys who created Rick and Morty tried to go to Fox first, and they didn't get it or didn't want it or anything. So, I mean, and now look at Rick and Morty. Major phenomenon, man.
Now look at Fox. It's owned by Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which means, conceivably, the X-Men could meet the Married with Children family.
Yeah. Well, you know that rumor.
I want to see that episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, X-Men. You don't stand a chance against the Bundys.
Bundys are forever. Just give him one of Al's socks. We're good.
Yeah, I think Wolverine's the only one who has a chance, and that's because of his healing factor.
No.
I don't know. Give him Al's whole drawer full of socks and see what happens.
Oh, Lord.
One of my favorite episodes is where Al Bundy is playing the sandwich. I just liked all of it. I liked all of those. Now, favorite superhero movie, best superhero movie, in your opinion?
Wait, favorite or best?
Best in your opinion.
Does it have to be a superhero movie, or can it be a comic book movie?
It has to be a superhero movie.
I would have to say the second Sam Raimi Spider-Man movie. That's the one where it all came together with Doc Ock. And it was just phenomenal. And then a really close second is going to be the whole Infinity War Endgame duality or duology there.
The best one on my list is Flash Gordon.
Flash, Flash, savior of the universe. Flash, I love you, but we've only got 24 hours to save the universe. Oh, I love that movie.
I know.
Go, Flash, go.
Go, Flash, go.
How about you, Krakatoa? How about you, Kablamo?
Oh my God, that was amazing.
I am not scared to make a fool of myself publicly here, as you can see.
When it comes to that movie, I'll do all day.
Yeah. Sam Jones is the nicest guy, too.
Or do you want me to give what I think was the best superhero movie?
Well, we know what Kablamos is.
Do we? What is it?
What?
Which one is it?
Oh, I don't know. I was just kidding.
I don't have a clue.
I mean,
Superman 2? Yeah.
I have a guess, but I don't want to guess.
Well, what is it? What do you think it is? Okay. My what I think is the best one is Michael Keaton's Batman, or I should say Tim Burton's Batman with Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson as Joker. That is my favorite of all time.
That's my number 2.
Yeah.
That has a big nostalgia for me.
Jack Nicholson as
my
Jack
number 1.
Napier.
My number 1, the 1979 Superman. because without that, we wouldn't have all the rest of these movies.
You're
Yeah.
very right about that.
And it was awesome.
Yeah.
And it still is awesome.
Mhm.
Patrick Murphy, if you have a copy of that, the Superman 1, the television 3-hour cut, I need that in my life. We can work something out.
Now,
Okay.
did they have-
Fantastic.
mm,
It's my
Jay-
second favorite one.
did
I
Superman
love that
1
one.
Yeah, see, we're just flip flopped.
Yeah.
Armand, you are incorrect. Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back is not a comic book movie, sir. It is not
Well,
based on a comic book.
No, the comic book came after the movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it was also the comic book Bluntman and Chronic were in the movie.
No, there
Yeah.
was a Jay and Silent Bob comic.
Yeah.
But it was in the
Yeah.
movie. They were filming the movie within a movie.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
it was all Perlini. It was all just to be parody, because remember, it goes all the way back to chasing Amy.
And if you want to get technical,
Hi,
Chaos
Pearl.
did say favorite superhero movie.
Actually, the Jay and Silent Bob go all the way back to Clerks.
Yep.
Mhm.
Now, also, James, Conan is not a superhero movie. Conan is written by Robert E. Howard. Okay, and he was a writer of stories and weird tales, and that's where Conan got his first appearance.
Yep.
The pulp novels. So that really doesn't count. Although Arnold Schwarzenegger was the bomb.com as Conan. There's no, hands
Well,
down.
you could say the same thing about Tarzan, because Tarzan was books before it was a movie, before it was comics.
Yeah.
And actually, the first Tarzan movie does precede the comics.
Mhm.
Patrick, are
Yeah.
Transformers
Because it was a silent movie with Elmo Lincoln in it.
are Transformers considered superheroes?
I'd love to see that, Chaos. I've never even heard of that silent movie.
Good luck finding a copy. But yeah, Elmo
I
Lincoln
believe
was
Transformers are
Elmo
considered
Lincoln was the
superheroes.
first Tarzan.
Wow.
I think it was came out in the 20s, so it was only a few years after the book was released.
Mhm.
So in the 1979 Superman, what would that be considered, because it was in the theaters? So what would the Spider-Man movie, the TV movie, be considered from the
The
70s?
Craft.
TV, yeah, you got to remember the TV movie was just edited together versions of the episodes, and the show was so bad compared to the Japanese show. Now, the Japanese took a lot of liberties with it, but Stan Lee gave his approval to those liberties
Yeah.
and
And-
loved
and-
it.
And the worst TV superhero movie was the Wonder Woman one they did with Kathy Crosby.
Yeah.
Oh
It
yeah,
was so bad.
that was
No,
super bad.
The Captain America one was pretty bad too. Doctor Strange is up there too. The
I thought-
70s Doctor Strange movie.
I thought we all agreed Nick Fury was the worst.
What?
with Nick Fury with what's his face? Michael Knight. David
yeah,
Hasselhoff.
I've never seen that. Knock on wood.
Oh my god, it was so beachy.
Oh no,
Oh.
the worst
I'm gonna die.
theatrical release was The Punisher.
Yeah,
Whoa.
the Dolph Punisher.
I
yeah.
agree
Dolph
with that.
Lundgren Punisher.
I agree with that because they dubbed it The Punisher. If they had dubbed it anything else, it would have been a good movie.
Yep.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, you made me choke on ice cream. God,
That's hard
that
to do.
hurt. That hurt.
What are you talking about? You don't like Dolph Lundgren?
Hmm.
You didn't like Dolph Lundgren?
Oh God, I have chocolate in my lung.
He was good in Big not Big Trouble, Showdown in Little Tokyo.
And Horizon, I agree with, how the Dark Knight did all that. But the whole point for me of superheroes is not to have hyper realism. And that was Chris Nolan's thing with the Dark Knight trilogy. Well, let's take this guy and make him based totally in reality. And I like that. It was great. But to me, it didn't capture the majesty and the scope. I mean, but that is, and my wife will agree with you. My wife feels that
and the,
those Batman movies are the best, and that Christian Bale is Bruce Wayne, is Batman. End of story.
and the Joker was in that movie was a phenomenal performance. I will never take
Oh, yeah.
anything away from it, but it was not even close to being as scary as Jack Nicholson's Joker.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Because Jack Nicholson's Joker was literally the Joker. You didn't know what he was going to do.
Yeah.
Nope.
Mhm.
It's
Have you ever
okay.
danced with the devil in the pale moonlight?
Oh, Jack Nicholson.
And one of my favorite lines: "Wait till they get a load of me."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bat menacing. This town needs an enema. Woo!
But
And my other favorite line is, "What are you?" "I'm Batman. I want you to tell all your friends about me." Those
Where
are my
did
favorite
you
lines from
get
the
those
movie.
wonderful toys.
I think that the most underrated villain was Bob the Goon.
That's right. Never rub another man's rhubarb.
Never rub another man rhubarb.
Oh, Arnie as Mr. Freeze was horrible. Was horrible. And
At that point, they just wanted names and characters.
Jim Carrey as Riddler was decent, but I feel they should have never got Tommy Lee Jones in there. We didn't need Two-Face and the Riddler.
No, what we needed was the right person to play the Riddler, and Jim Carrey wasn't it.
We're talking about Willis.
It was just
At the time, he was the funniest guy.
yeah.
No. Jim Carrey he was not my first choice for the Riddler. My first choice for the Riddler is no longer with us.
Yeah.
Yes, we went through that, but at the time, wasn't he doing something else? Wasn't he doing? He was doing something else.
I know Robin Williams turned down the role of the Riddler, but he would have been perfect.
He would have been.
He would have made the best, because not only was he funny when he wanted to be funny, but he was also a very serious actor as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But what I mean is, I think he was.
And it
doing
still
something.
bugs the crap out of me that Millennium Man never ever got even nomination for an Oscar.
Millennium Man.
Yeah. That was one of his best performances.
Bicentennial Man.
Bicentennial.
Yeah,
Okay.
Bicentennial Man. Why was that never even nominated? It's one of the greatest science fiction movies of all time.
Yeah, it was.
One of.
Well, I know. Didn't he finally
But
get?
my one of list consists of about 200 movies. So yeah.
I know he got something for Dead Poets Society, Patch
Yeah.
Adams, Mrs. Doubtfire. I know he's won a lot of awards.
Ooh, it was a run by Fruiting.
It wasn't. My favorite Robin Williams movie is still Popeye.
Yeah. Yeah, he was Popeye. He was.
What are we fighting you for?
Fight me.
Yeah, but was he in a movie?
Okay, I'm gonna have to go check this out.
I don't know, man. Patrick's throwing out links. Patrick and his link throwing.
Holy crap!
Okay. I'm gonna have to look.
Yeah, it definitely looks the part of the Joker.
Yeah, Fisher King was incredible. Everything's coming up, Lydia. Oh. You know, for some reason, I have absolutely no interest in Black Widow. I really don't.
I do, but I don't want to break my streak. I have a streak of never having gone to see a Marvel movie in the theater, and I don't want to break it. Even though I would really like to see Black Widow, I don't want to break my streak because it's a perfect. I mean, it's a perfect streak.
Yeah.
Okay, this guy looks cool. He's doing it right. I agree, but he's not in any of the movies. So
No,
can't,
but
can't
still,
agree.
he could be very easily.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. He looks great in costume, but it's just he wasn't in a movie though, Patrick, so it doesn't count.
I personally, yeah, you know what? Come to think of it, Chaos, I haven't seen any of the Marvel movies in the theater either.
Oh,
I can smell popcorn too. All I have to do is put it on the stove.
shh. Listen,
I really
I don't think I
enjoy.
have popcorn.
Actually, I've been
Last-
thinking about getting a popcorn popper.
Because
One of
last
the
week
little ones.
we were talking about ramen, and I had to go out and buy ramen last
Oh,
week.
wow.
So this week we're going to talk about popcorn. I better have popcorn in the pantry.
I
Yeah.
really enjoyed Ant-Man, and I
Popcorn.
didn't.
Yeah,
think
now
I
I'm gonna
would.
have to go buy a popcorn popper. One of the little stand-up ones that you put it and pops it and has
Yeah.
it in the little box. Yeah, I gotta buy one. I've got a 70-inch TV I can watch stuff on. It takes up the whole room, wall of the other room. I have a small house.
Ours is 55-inch, and yeah, our house is pretty small too. It's it's under 1,200, but above 1,100 square feet.
Do they make those? Perlini?
These long boxes take up a third of the width of
Oh,
my
wow.
room.
All right,
Okay. I think the
bathroom
chocolate finally
break, guys.
melted, and I think I'm better.
Wait,
Uh,
what?
You finally got the ice
chocolate
cream
melted?
worked out.
Yeah, I think it came out of my lung finally.
Oh, so did we make you laugh earlier?
Yeah, yeah, you did. And I was eating this delicious tiramisu ice cream at the time, and it went right to my lung. Yeah, Kaka made me, meh, 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 meh,
Yeah.
meh, meh, meh.
Yeah,
Go back, go back.
when most of the Marvel movies come out, oh, did you see that? No. Yeah, well, you need to go see it. No. It'll be out on video. I'll watch it then. Oh,
Yeah.
but and they start talking about it and they go, it'll be out on video.
What do you mean?
Well, that means I can't talk about it. You can talk about it all you want. I don't care.
What do you mean they try to charge you? They didn't charge me. Maybe because I
Disney
got
Plus,
a different.
yeah, they do.
They didn't charge me.
They charge you on some of those movies. If you try to get it like in the first couple of days, they charge you.
Oh. I was gonna say. I don't remember now. Oh. Mhm.
So I did miss some of what you guys were saying, and I apologize.
That's okay. You
Whatever.
were dying, so it's all
I
right.
was trying to get
But
chocolate
you
out of my lung.
you almost came back all dead, but you got better, so it's okay.
Hmm.
Oh, is Radar still in the chat?
I'm not dead yet.
I'm gonna do something on my channel that I've never done before
I
ever.
Better. Oh God. Nice pants, diecast.
It's like me today. I didn't bother changing my pajamas. I think the first or second day that I was on vacation, I didn't go outside, so I kept my pajamas on all day.
Yeah, you only see me from the top up.
I know, that's why I was complimenting your snazzy pants.
Okay, I've never done this to any of my Hot Wheels ever. So, Radar, you know what this is. This is a super treasure hunt. And I have never in my life opened one. And you can see the symbol under there behind the car.
I wouldn't open it.
Oh, I don't care. I don't collect cardboard.
What is Super Treasure Hut? I don't know
They are
anything about
very
that.
rare.
Oh, okay.
They have real rubber tires is what it is.
Oh,
You know,
wow.
they are rubber tires. And it says TH on the door.
Yep.
Yeah, I've never opened one of these up. Even in my past videos, I did the Hot Wheels cars. Ask Radar. He's probably like flipping out right now. Super! Yeah, I've never opened one of these. I have like boxes of them, and I was like, you know what? The heck with it. I'm going to do it. Yeah, this is a Mazda Repu. I just thought the design on the hood and the roof was pretty cool.
Oh
I
wow!
remember
You have-
buying cases of Hot Wheels.
You
Through
have
Diamond
more of this
Comics.
particular one, right?
This one?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe.
But I remember
Why
buying
did you
cases
do
of Hot Wheels through Diamond Comics, and I never once got one of the chase cars like that. And never
Wow.
got a treasure hunt.
Well, the this is the super one. They started doing super treasure hunts in, want to say, 2010.
Yeah, but I mean, I
2009.
never even got a regular treasure hunt. But
Oh,
what
yeah.
I did get what I did get was cases that were opened and resealed.
Oh,
Mm.
Oh yes, it does feel good, Radar. You don't even understand, man.
Mm-mm.
Oh, never did it before.
That was
That
a
was
special
awesome.
moment for you.
Yeah, I've never opened it. Never. I found them already opened. I just never opened the one myself. I never dared to, and I was like, you know what? Screw it. It's my. I'm gonna do it.
You're gonna wake up tomorrow and be unhappy with yourself.
No, because I'll probably end up finding another one.
I
Yeah.
hope so, dude. I hope so. Especially if you don't even know if you got another one of those still.
So
Yeah,
I
you-
guess trying to out surprise Monday Night Raw by doing his impromptu opening.
yeah.
Screw Monday Night Raw.
Diecast, you got so much stuff. You probably don't even know how much fantastic stuff you got hidden back there in boxes. And
I probably don't. Like, I probably really don't. I like. Where is it? Where did I do it? It's somewhere. Oh, even like with this binder magic cards, Darth. I have no idea what's in here, or if any of these things are even worth anything. And I have like 2 binders full.
That's okay. I forgot that I had this.
oh my god!
You would be sick if you know what I've opened. Oh, excuse me. I'm sure.
And I
you've
forgot I
opened-
had this one too.
Oh,
I'm sure you've opened up a lot of stuff. Come on, Radar. I've watched your Instagram. You know what I probably should do, and I'll probably get reprimanded for it. I have a 2-pack
No.
with
No.
I'm going to show it though. I'm not going to open it. But I'm going to show
Don't you open it. Nice pants, diecast.
Yeah, I like the Hal Jordan Green Lantern.
I do too. Oh, you got. Oh, you're killing me, Smalls.
I've got older ones, but I'd have to get up to get them.
it. Okay, I'm not going to open it, but I'm going to show you this. It's a 2-pack with the what is this? Datsun Bluebird 520. It's just supposed to be like rare, but I don't know.
But there's a race maze on back.
Yeah, luckily I didn't do the maze.
Yeah,
That's
well,
great.
you can visually do it in about 3 seconds.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I'm done.
I know. Straight across. Well, up, right, straight, up, right. Yeah. But yeah, you know what? No. No, I know certain ones I have I won't open.
I don't even know if I have any more Hot Wheels, other than ones that are open.
Had to get
Because-
some water.
Because I had a bunch of them that the cards were all mangled, so I just sent them all to my grandkids.
I have like 3 boxes of loose cars in the garage that I would love to just sell off.
Where did you get all these cars from, man?
Me?
Yeah. Did
Been
you used to
collecting-
collect?
I still collect. I just don't collect as heavy. and I've been collecting since like '94.
That's my favorite color, green.
What? This green?
Chaos. Hold it back up, chaos.
It's kind of a jade green.
It's my favorite green on a
Oh,
car.
yeah. You know, that's probably. I think I have that in this box here.
There's a guy that doesn't live too far from me, and he does restoration work.
Yeah.
And he drives a 19 I think it's a 1967 Shelby GT, and it
Wow.
is jade green, and it is
That would be hot.
it is so beautiful.
The only thing I can think that might be better would be like a 64 Mustang convertible.
That's close. That's close, diecast. This thing is just gorgeous. It's gorgeous. When I get a chance to get a picture of it, I will send it to you.
This is more of a Kelly green here.
Yeah. I mean, green's my favorite color, period. But that jade green that you get.
That Rodzilla.
Yeah.
I remember when that came out.
One of my favorites. Yes, it's a Maestro radar. I know you know your cars. That van I had.
Oh, I found one of these that's still in the package.
Oh, that's
it's one of the McDonald's Hot Wheels that I have 3 of sitting here.
You still have it in the bag?
I have one that's still in the bag, yeah.
Oh, this is the. Do you remember that episode of Home Improvement when Tim raced? Oh, what was his name? Oh, what the heck was his name? I can't remember his name. But remember when he raced them?
Bob Villa?
Yeah. This is the lawnmower.
Oh, wow.
It's even got like the blades on the peak.
Yeah.
That's freaking sweet.
Tool Time was all right.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad.
Right on.
I mean, I wouldn't go out of my way to watch it, but if it was on, I'd watch it.
Love that lawnmower, man. Yeah, dude. I wish I had these kind of cameras back when I was making the videos. I think I would have done better. All these cars, man. I don't miss it, but I do miss it. But there's too many cars.
Yeah, you should see how good you can get them when you have a like a Canon or something like that. Yeah, you can get really good digital pictures that way.
My Batman Returns Ertl Batmobile.
Yeah.
I am going to have to leave because I've got work tomorrow and it's my first day with the promotion. So I want to make sure I'm bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Thank you for having me on.
Just drink an extra cup of coffee in the morning. You'll be fine.
2 more minutes and it's about almost time.
Yep. I will see you all later, though. You have a good night.
Yeah, have a good night, Darth.
All right. Wednesday night.
Yes, sir. But
we were talking about TV shows. Now, the best comedy TV show ever, and it was short-lived. It didn't last very long. 1 or 2 seasons at the most. Do you know what it is, Diecast?
I want to say around what years?
I said ever.
Oh, ever? Mm-hmm. The one
and it was a kind of a sitcom.
I know it's what I'm thinking of. Unhappily Married.
You mean Unhappily Ever After?
Yeah, that one.
The only reason to watch that was for Nikki Cox.
Exactly.
No, no, no. The best
The Addams
sitcom
Family.
ever, not including the Addams Family.
Okay. I was gonna say.
It's dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I actually had that.
Addams Family, number 2.
Yeah.
But
No,
just
the
barely.
Addams Family TV show was phenomenal.
From the 60s, right?
Yes, the
Yeah.
one that was from 1964 to 1966.
I
It
never
was
missed it. I watched every one of them.
phenomenal.
It was prime
Loved
time
it.
TV too.
Yeah.
It wasn't on late.
No, I love that. I love the Munsters as well. You know,
The Munsters
thought-
were good, but not as good as the Addams Family.
no, not as good as the Addams Family, but I still loved it. I loved it for different reasons. But the Addams Family, the 64 to 66 series was just
Yes, Perlini. All my loose ones are in these little baggies that I got from Walmart. In the crap section, I used to buy them out all the time.
Yeah,
and I loved Roseanne up until they won the lottery. When they won the lottery is when I stopped loving it. Now, granted, I've watched it from first episode to the final episode probably a good 2 or 3 dozen times, and that's just because I've always loved it. But every time I would get to the point, like right after they won the lottery, I would just kind of stop watching it. You know?
I'm not a big fan of Roseanne, the person.
Yeah, no, she's
but
cuckoo
that
for Cocoa
was
Puffs.
it was a good show. I will admit that it was a good show.
And yes, Radar, the Munsters had amazing cars. They really did.
And brought in a lot of unknown actors and actresses at the time that are big bucks when it comes to getting them to show.
Yeah. There was another really good one that I love that a lot of people don't seem to remember, and I don't understand why. Night Court.
Yeah.
I loved Night Court.
Yep, that was funny.
Oh my god. I watched that over and over and over again. It was John Larroquette. Mwah,
Yeah.
beautiful. Harry Anderson, mwah, beautiful, which was, the judge, Harry Stone. But, love that show. Love that show so much.
Yes, Bullet. Yes. Celestine, yes.
Love me some Night Court. I am a huge fan of the Golden Girls. No, I don't care what you say. Mama loves me her old ladies. I think they're amazing. I even have a Golden Girls t-shirt.
I will never admit to liking the Golden Girls.
We know you
I'll
did.
never admit that.
We know you did. It's okay.
I'm
not going to admit it.
I love the Golden Girls.
I never will admit to watch
bad.
I will never admit to liking the show. I will admit to having watched it a few times, every single episode ever.
I also really liked Murphy Brown, and I also really liked oh shoot, my brain just stopped working. Frasier. I love Frasier. A lot of people.
Who doesn't love Frasier?
There's a lot of people who thought it was pretentious BS, and it was. It was meant to be pretentious and
Absolutely.
full of BS. It was a whole point.
What good would it have been if it wouldn't be pretentious? Because the character was pretentious.
Exactly. Kelsey Grammer is a fantastic actor. I think he's awesome. I rewatch a lot of these things over and over again because this is when I felt that TV was actually phenomenal. And I kind of have to jump around to kind of watch the things that I want to watch, but it whatever.
Horizon.
What did he say?
I put it up.
Oh, thank you for being a friend. I can't sing, so I won't torture anybody. So
you did okay.
I love Scrubs.
I've seen a few episodes of that. That's not bad at all. I don't watch a lot of new TV though.
Yeah, I don't really either. I got so I had gone over to it because Scrubs had kind of like 2 runs. They like did this like early 2000s, and then they came back for like another year or 2 or something like that. I don't know, but um what turned me on to that show was the janitor. And I later on found out that the actor, I can't remember his name right now, that plays the janitor on the show that's always torturing the little Doogie Howser guy. And that's another show I like, Doogie Howser. I'm just gonna say that. But anyway, whatever his name is, I don't know any of the actors' names. I really don't. It doesn't phase me a bit. It was funny. But the janitor was supposed to be a like 1 or 2 episode thing, and it apparently got really great reviews. And then the actor that plays the janitor, ad libs most of all of his lines throughout the whole entire series. I mean, just straight off the cuff. Super funny dude. And that's why I watched it. I thought it was funny and
Well,
it was good.
when Robin Williams was doing Mork and Mindy, they would not so much give him a script as to give him a direction. This is the way we want to go with this, and then they'd let him go.
Yeah. But they always had to rein him in, and Mork and Mindy is a fantastic. I love that show as that show and All in the Family. Oh my god, like I could watch those every day, a million times a day. But with Robin Williams, he did a whole thing on playing Mork. They would let him they would just film him for a while, let him kind of get his mania out, and then they would be able to kind of rein him in after that, and then they would kind of use a little bit of everything, and like, here you go, Robin, just go, do you, boo, and when you've calmed yourself down a little bit, then we'll actually get some of the scripting done. It's like, yeah, I can totally feel that. Like, that's my everyday. But I love me some All in the Family and MASH. Oh, I loved MASH. Up until the last episode. The last episode made me sad.
Yeah, that was a heartbreaker. I was in Korea when that aired.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I lost my soda.
Are you sure you lost it, or?
Well, it was here. Did I finish it? I don't remember.
Maybe you need to stand up and look for it.
Well, you did have an avalanche earlier.
Oh.
I hope it wasn't the soda.
Nice pants, diecast. Oh, the Bob Newhart show.
That Bob Newhart is hilarious.
Yes.
You didn't go over there.
He's an unsung hero of comedy.
Truly.
He really is.
What happened?
The Bob Newhart show.
And his appearances on Big Bang Theory were just epic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes, as a Professor Proton.
Yeah, and then later on, he'd show up in.
He'd
show up as a ghost.
As a sports ghost. But I remember the song on the show. He was like, "Grab your goggles, put your lab coats on. Here he comes, Professor Proton."
The Dick Van Dyke Show. That was another good one that I always loved. Mary Tyler Moore. Actually,
I think that was her first show. Was Dick Van Dyke Show?
Mm-hmm. It was. Moonlighting. No, this is where you know who Bruce Willis got his big break. Moonlighting. One of the best Christmas movies of all time came from his start from that. So I'm just saying, Die Hard is the best Christmas movie of all time.
He's showing off his pants for you again.
Nice pants, diecast.
I must have drank it.
Oh, of course, we already mentioned Married with Children. That's just goes without saying. Unhappily Ever After was fun.
Yeah.
But it was fun for 2 reasons. Number one, Nikki Cox was hot.
And
number 2, the bunny was Bobcat Goldthwait.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and I fully admit that one of the newer shows that I always liked. And I mean, I know that the BBC came out with it first, but I'm sorry, The Office, the US version was
You
so
tell
much better.
you tell Patrick there, Celestine. Tell him what's up.
I am not saying that Bruce Willis is the end all be all, Patrick. I'm saying that Die Hard is the best Christmas movie of all time. That's all I'm
Hell
saying.
yeah. Patrick not making friends tonight. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Definitely up there. I don't know if I'd say it's the best, but it's definitely up there.
Well, it is one of the best. It's one of the best Christmas movies.
Yeah.
And everyone, like my cousin likes. Well, no, I don't think it was my cousin. My one friend likes to argue with me, like, how do you put Die Hard in a Christmas movie genre? I'm like, because it's themed
Takes place
around Christmas.
Yeah, that's when it takes place.
It takes place on Christmas. It's a Christmas themed movie. He's like, no, it's not. I'm like, dude, they're at a Christmas party.
Yeah, he needs to watch it again.
He's like, but that don't mean nothing. I'm like, listen. I was like,
I can't. I tried. I watched the first 15 to 20 minutes of Nightmare Before Christmas, and I tried it again. I can't watch it.
Really?
Yeah, I just can't watch it. And I'm a fan of musicals, so you'd think I would go crazy over it, but no, I just can't. I don't like it.
Wow.
Don't worry, you're not the only one. Chaos.
I like it. It's just I'm not like super like it.
Yeah, no, I just I watched it. I did watch it. But I was
welcome to the party, pal.
Yeah, definitely not a fan of that one, but you know, it is what it is. But I think the other one that I always really liked and that I have watched over and over again as far as TV shows are concerned is Cheers. I love Cheers.
Well, without Cheers, there'd be no Frasier.
Well, 100%. But you know,
of course, without Happy Days, there'd be no Mork and Mindy.
Exactly.
Oh, Patrick, you're gonna be you're gonna have to come backstage, buddy. We need to talk. We gotta have a conversation.
And
buddy.
without All in the Family, there would be no Jeffersons.
That's very true. That's
now,
very
here's
true.
one that gets you. Without
it's nothing bad, Patrick. I just want to talk to you.
Was it Green Acres that came first? Or the Beverly Hillbillies that came first? I think it was Green Acres that came
Green
first.
Acres. I'm pretty sure it was Green Acres.
It was Green Acres, and they had two spinoffs. They had the Beverly Hillbillies, and then they had Petticoat Junction.
Yeah. Petticoat Junction was awesome.
Yeah, it was.
I
was young then, and the petticoats going over the water tower did something for me.
Patrick, I don't know if you were here earlier, but I remember I was supposed to show this on the 4th of July show, and I came across it now. I don't know if you saw that earlier, but this is like a really awesome cover.
Yeah, it is. No, I don't think I had that one. I'm not going to worry about it. I'll get it eventually.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was. I think I have multiple, but I actually want to put this in my light and in. Where did they go? I had it. Anyway, I have a top loader. I want to put it in my light.
Everything goes in my light.
I'm going to put it in my light and then put it in a top loader, and then I'm going to put it on the wall. Like I'm going to like work around it because that's just beautiful.
And it's
trying to think of some other comedies that I enjoyed.
I mean, it's going to fade out.
It's going to fade with it. We just had this talk the other night with Chaos when it was asked about, you know, having a really nice comic and wanting to hang it. And he said, don't do it. Scan it, print it, hang the scan. Do not hang the comic. See, Chaos, I pay attention to everything you say.
Doesn't matter. The My Lights do not protect against ultraviolet radiation. Yeah. Go back and watch my video.
I know, but where is it coming from?
That took me 6 months to make.
Where is it coming from, the UV radiation?
Do you have lights in that room?
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, that's where it's coming from.
And what type of lights are they?
Bulbs?
What type of bulbs?
I don't know.
I guarantee they emit ultraviolet radiation. Because without UV rays, you can't get a white light.
It's not white, it's orange.
Doesn't matter.
The point is that if you had paid attention
I
to
did pay
chaos,
attention.
then you would have heard him say that you need to scan the comic and make a print, a nice print, and then you frame that, but you put the comic in the, the
And then when
safety
people
of
say,
the
"Oh,
box.
that's nice. Too bad you don't have the original," you go, "Oh, yes, I do."
Yeah.
I'm still going to put it in my light and put it in a top loader.
Well, you can do that, but you need to, if
I
you
don't-
want to hang it, do
I
it the
don't-
right way.
I'm not.
Save
I'm
it.
gonna buy. I'm gonna buy a couple of those used slabbits that
I don't-
are
I don't-
Golden Age and put some of my comics in those.
Will you slab it? What's that mean?
It's like a slab, but you do it yourself.
Really?
Yeah.
I have to get me some of them.
But they're like, I think they're like $18 a piece or something like that. But
That's-
$100 book, yeah, $18. Is
Yeah.
nothing.
Mhm.
That and the fact that it only costs
Well,
me
actually, I wouldn't do it for $100 book, but I have enough 500 and above that.
I just want to make
Go
this
make it.
pretty.
Yeah, well, do that. Definitely
don't-
do that. But
I-
go get it. No, go get a good scan of it.
I don't
Take
have a
it and-
scanner.
Okay, there's places you can go.
I don't want
to
to go
handle that.
somewhere.
Well, I'm just trying to help you.
I want to do
You
it right
go and you-
here.
Take
Get
a
it-
good picture of it.
Yeah,
Take the picture to Walmart. They'll make it any size you want.
and then you
But
frame
wouldn't-
that.
But wouldn't if you blow it up, wouldn't it kind of get distorted?
At a certain point, yes. But if you take a high quality photo and not with your camera or your phone camera, but if you take a really nice photo of it,
Actually,
You
some of the current phone cameras
That
are
is
really
true.
good.
that
They're
is
really
yeah.
good.
There's some new phones out. I don't know what kind of phone you have, diecast, but if you have one of the like super new one, there you go.
Yeah, that's what you
You
need.
can use my Canon, and I can.
Yeah. And take a really nice photo of it. And then because you're using the Canon, you can blow that. I almost cursed again. You could blow the thing up nice and big at whatever size you want. And it'll get it a nice good print of it and frame it, make it pretty.
Never use T-shirt on a camera lens.
Now, why are you doing that?
Because I've had this for 10 years. I know when I don't care.
Oy vey. Oy Kavald. Okay.
Yes, he did.
What? It's mine.
Yeah,
What
but
I want with
you
it.
but you gave me and Kablamo a heart attack.
Well, now you know what you did to me on your video.
Yeah, but that was an accident.
My
Me
dad,
ripping the corner off that book, that was an accident.
my
Yeah,
dad
but-
gave
but-
me.
But when you ripped the corner off, you should have even stopped at that point. You turned it over and went on the spine, and then crept with the Absorian got more. And I'm like, bro, you should have stopped with the rip.
My dad gave me a Pentax from like 1972 that he had. I
you
know.
fixed it. You fixed it. You're a genius, dude. I'm not. I was just saying.
And I love this camera with all my heart. Okay, I love this camera. It was my dad's first camera that he had gotten himself, and then he gave it to me because I was in school for graphic design, fine arts, and photography. So he gave me this camera, and I took super good care of this camera. And then my stupid self decided to allow my brother to borrow said camera. And he went and he used his shirt to wipe off the lens because he was, oh, it looks like it's a little cloudy. I'm just going to do this. And he had dust and debris, of course, on his shirt, and he scratched up the original lens to the Pentax. I am
Oh.
still butthurt by this to this day.
Perlini, I can see that. I didn't see that comment. I'm sorry.
I have an old
The Mr.
dual lens
Mr. Limpet.
reflex. camera, but with the 2 1/4 inch format,
Mhm.
can't buy film for it though,
No, you can't.
which pisses me off.
There's a
They
couple.
They stopped selling film for it about 3 weeks after I bought it.
There's a couple of there's a couple of
It's all better
camera
now.
sites.
Takes wonderful photographs.
All better now.
Mm. There's
I
a
use
cou-
my
there's a couple of
microfiber cloth.
yes, there's a couple of camera sites that actually still carry some of that film, but again, you run into the issue of getting it done and how
Yeah.
much it costs and everything else. Yeah.
Well, if it's black and white, I can put it. I can get the chemicals and develop it myself. I know how to
Yeah.
do that. But
Yeah.
color, I never was good at color. But then with a camera like that, you can make some gorgeous black and white photos. So who cares?
Yeah. Yeah. I have a triple exposed one that I did with the Pentax before my brother ruined the lens. That got me into school. And I keep meaning to rehang it up because I have it in a it's a big, it's like a
Yeah, I used to be
but
big into photography when I was
yeah.
in the army. I probably had, let's see, this would have been the early '80s, late '70s, early '80s. I probably had $2,000 or $3,000 worth of camera equipment. It was stolen,
Oh God.
and I just I said that's it, I'm
Mhm.
done, and I never got into it again.
Yeah. I haven't taken photos in years, but you know, uh and it's just because it breaks my heart to think about the only way that I'm going to get that camera to work properly again is that I'd have to replace the glass, and I don't want to do it.
Well,
I
you
don't
could,
want to touch it.
let's see, is that Pentex? Is that one of the ones that had the permanent lens on it?
No, it does not, and
So you
that's
could
not
change you could change the lens on it.
right. That's not
Okay.
the lens that my brother used his shirt on. He used it on the mirror, the internal mirror.
Oh no.
And so I keep saying lens and I shouldn't. It's the internal mirror. And that's what he used his shirt on. And I can't replace that. I mean, I can. I could get the part, but I don't want to do it.
No, you'd have to be done. You'd have to have it done by a specialist to get it right.
Yeah. And it breaks my heart that that I would have to take an original piece of that off to replace it.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't be the original piece anymore.
Yeah, I
And
don't
it's
even think they could grind it out and
no.
fix it that way.
No, it's got a really nice scratch going right down it from something that was on his shirt that it just right through it, and it just ruins everything. So
No, I am definitely not selling my pajama bottoms, card shop. You're right.
I'm hurt just from hearing the story.
yeah, and it's just he asked to borrow the camera. Dad said, "Oh yeah, just ask ask your sister, blah blah blah." And he's told me, he's like, "Dad said I could use it," and I'm like, "All right, cool, man. Just be careful." It's like it was important to me. It was super important to me.
Yeah.
It was something that my dad gave me. My dad was not a giving, he's still alive. My dad is not at the time, he was not a very giving person. So this was important to me. And I get it back and I go and I use it. And every picture I took just has this right through it. And I'm like, what is going on? And I'm looking at it and I finally looked at the mirror,
Not for sale.
And it's something you could fix in Photoshop to make the pictures look okay, but that's not the same.
No, it's not. It broke my heart.
I'm
But
selling a lot of stuff Wednesday, Horizon. A lot of comics that I need to get rid of.
You're selling your pants? Is that what
No,
I heard?
No. That he keeps saying no. He's not. They're not for sale.
No.
Okay,
No.
so right now, Card Shop, you could purchase Diecast's pajama pants for the low price of $5.
No, they're not for sale.
And if you decide to purchase these now and you put in, and I will go ahead, being that I am the moderator, apparently, I will go ahead and put that down into the Excel sheet and I will make sure he gets them out to you ASAP.
You mean like the guy who's still waiting for that shirt? That's the one I wore the first night. And they wanted my Not in This Lifetime tour shirt. And I was like, no.
Mhm.
I went to that show to get this shirt. And they're like, come on.
I don't blame you. I wouldn't get rid of that shirt.
No way, man.
If the bid gets to 50, it's free shipping.
Listen, anything I ever wear on a live stream and you guys try to bid on it, I'm not taking it off. So just get that straight out the way.
We don't want you to.
You can go ahead and turn off your camera. You take off the shirt, you put a different shirt on, and that is how you sell your stuff from here on out.
All right, hold on.
Don't hurt yourself. Nice pants, diecast.
What? You can't see me.
He had to stop and think about that.
I know, that's the best part.
I think. I got a shirt.
Right?
I don't know where it went.
Bam! Nudity.
Oh, I got a shirt.
I got 4 more boxes to go through. I bought some comic books.
Yeah, I know. I remember you mentioning that you got like 6
Yeah, 6
boxes. Yeah.
This
Anything?
This box is all Valiant Comics. This box is 1/3 Valiant Comics.
Yeah.
Diecast is just ecstatic because I've got nearly every Valiant comic now, and I don't really collect Valiants yet, but I might have to start.
Did you find anything besides the Valiants, of course, that is promising?
Oh yeah. I showed you one of them. Well, actually, I showed several of them. Something for my collection.
Oh, that looks
Misconceptions.
beautiful.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
Phil Foglio. That's number 8. I've got the first 8. It's from the books Another Fine Myth, Misconceptions, Little Myth Marker. He's got a whole series of books, and they're just hilarious. And this was in there.
And that's the best comic ever.
Yeah.
Nice shirt, diecast.
Yeah, isn't it?
Now let's see what's on underneath it.
Should I have anything on underneath it?
Because I can see the other shirt, you ding dong.
It can be laid on me just like this one.
Yeah, no, it's not.
No, we can see
It's
the sleeves
around
of the other
fucking-
shirt.
Your arm is through it, so let's see it.
I can only be half on. There's nothing special about it. It's just
New Jersey is really just not that far away from me.
And
I was going to say, do I have to take these out back and burn them?
no. Please, no. I need those.
Well, what shirt is this?
The Legends tour from Hot Wheels Legends tour.
Pshaw.
Wait. It's better if you look at the back of it.
Nice pants, diecast. That is better, yes.
Oh, I like that
Oh my
that
God.
cover.
Ow.
Don't hurt yourself.
I had to squat.
I like that cover.
I do too. New Jersey is not nearly as far as you think it is, Patrick. And if I can drive to New York in 8 hours, I can make it to New Jersey too.
Hey now, card shop. What time is it? You got 1 more minute to be nice and PG.
The title does say, "Let's hang out."
Oh yes.
Oh,
Ooh.
there you go. James Willie has a really great idea. Diecast. You need your OnlyFans page.
I got all 4 of them.
What is that?
Congarilla.
I don't know what that means.
I haven't seen those in a hot minute.
Wait,
Where did I
is that
see
DC?
Yeah,
Yeah.
these came out in 1992. But Congarilla was a character from the 60s. A backup story is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
One of them. Right.
Yeah, a friend of mine lives in Missouri. It's not that bad of a drive if you're just cruising, dude. It's not that bad.
No. I can get from here to Corning, New York in 8 hours.
I
Danger
guess
Tail.
I guess those squats.
I can get across the border from Texas in 8 hours.
No, I didn't say you said something wrong. It's just the way people read what you wrote.
No,
I'm not saying you said
actually,
anything wrong.
It'd take me about 6.5 hours to get to Card Shop's Realities place.
I
from where I
did
live.
answer Horizon about Wednesday. I got a lot of stuff, mostly comics, a lot of graded stuff. Not this particular comic though. I got stuff. I answered him. Where were you? And then we got sidetracked. Oh,
Yeah, I found some more Valiants. Some Sabretooth, Sins of the Father. 3, 4, 2. That's it. 3, 4, and 2.
Well, considering that it takes between 10 to 12 hours to cross Texas from border to border, and the fact that I've done it twice, I just already in my lifetime, I would like to never do it again if at all possible. So, Chaos, if you're willing to do it, I mean,
Well, I'm in Central
Kudos.
Texas, so it's not that bad.
oh yeah, well you're in Central Texas,
Yeah.
but
So I'm equal distance from everything.
yeah.
Literally everything in the universe I'm equal distance from.
I mean, I've come down and hit Louisiana, crossed over into Texas, to cross over to Arkansas because I was doing a long trip to go towards California, and and I went that way because I had to stop in Texas because I had to go to a certain base, and I won't say where. So I had to make a pit stop there, and I was like, and I said to myself, I said to my young self, "Oh, this is not a big deal. I'll just, drive through Texas. I can get there faster." Shoot myself in the head.
Too bad it's water damaged.
Whoa, it's Silver Surfer. Ooh, nice Silver Surfer. It's water
Number one.
damaged?
Yeah. It's got a rusted staple too.
Ah.
I could probably fix it. But I don't know if I want to. Not really worth that much. Of course, I say that for anything under about $50.
Okay, so you liked Buckaroo Banzai, right?
Who?
yes.
Okay. Have you watched The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Zombie, or not The Hitchhiker's Guide, excuse me, The Boy Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse?
Yeah.
Okay. Then never mind. I don't need to say anything else to you.
I actually just recently watched that, and I'm like, where has this been?
It's been out for a few years.
I know, and I was like, why haven't I seen this before?
My favorite part in that movie, we can't even talk about on here. So, all I can say to give you an idea of which part I'm talking about is they're in the gymnasium, and the two kids are in the back performing shenanigans, and the zombies come in. There you go.
Chris, number 2.
Oh, number 2 Shadow Man.
Wait. Let me look at this one. Let me see if I have it.
Number 4.
Yeah, I need those.
Number 5.
Yeah, I don't have the early ones.
Number
I have
6.
I have number 1, but not those ones.
Yeah, I got to go through these and add them to the Valiant boxes.
Someone had a big mouth and stated where you lived, Pearl?
Well, that's not
That's
right.
not cool. It does matter.
There you go.
Oh yes,
Numero uno.
yes. If you have multiples, I need one.
Duh, I have a whole set of them. I never sold my original set.
Oh, I thought that was Harbinger. I'm sorry.
No, that's Archer and Armstrong.
I'm gonna put this back.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like they gave out your address like live or so. I would have been. That does matter. But I can still understand, you know, I mean, I can say that I live in Cincinnati. Cincinnati is big enough that, the chances of you finding me if you were to try to go delving deep,
It pretty much crosses 2 states.
yeah, you wouldn't find me. But and there are a couple of people who have my address, Nice Pants Diecast, who have my address because I've bought stuff, just like I'm sure with you. But that anonymity is super important in today's day and age.
There's a certain responsibility for sellers, for resellers, for resellers and people that sell online, not to divulge the address of someone else.
Mm-hmm.
An email address. Let's say somebody buys something, they don't contact me, and I ask Horizon for their email address. I will never ask for a physical address. I'll ask for an email address so I can attempt to contact that person.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, yeah, there's an anonymity that must be maintained. And,
What's up, Cam?
And we are responsible for not giving out the actual address of any of our customers, even if you know the person.
I admit nothing.
The only time that would be acceptable, let's say Darth bought something from Cam, and Cam said in chat, "You can get my address from Chaos."
Right.
Yeah.
Then I wouldn't feel good about it, but I would be willing to do it just because Cam said it was all right.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't just arbitrarily give it without that person's permission.
Yeah. Straight up 100%.
And I'd want it in open chat where he says, "Yes, you may share my address with that person," so that I would have witnesses that said that,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I don't give out no addresses.
Yeah. Well, it's like if it falls into the same reasoning as to why I do not show myself on camera. I like my anonymity a little bit, maybe more than some folks do. And, it's important to me, and will there be a time maybe where I eventually decide to show myself in some form or fashion? Yes, but I'll be wearing a wonderful costume while I'm doing it.
That's why for a long time all I showed was my hands.
Yeah.
But then I just said, screw it.
Yeah, I did that too. Like
I'm old enough, I don't care.
I did that too when I was doing the Hot Wheel videos, and people used to, like, there was one video I did, and I was very creative about it. I don't know why it was, but I did like, it was like a kind of like a face reveal, but it was more or less like I was in a costume.
Mm-hmm.
And when I flipped the camera around, finally, it was actually this camera, by the way. I used this one, and
the first time I showed my face on camera, I was sitting in a chair and I was reading, and I published it on Christmas Eve, and what I read was the night before Christmas.
Yeah, yes, I'll make sure to feed the cat when I'm done. The cats, 2 plural cats.
Great. No, I've the problem that I have faced, just me personally, being, and again, this sounds it sounds like I'm going down a specific rabbit hole, and I'm really not. I'm just saying, my first delve into the internet was when it basically became available to everyone. So
Yeah.
you had games that you could play, and you had little bits of, AO hell, as
Yeah.
a lot of us refer to it as, and the dial up and all that jazz. And so when
But some of those chat rooms are awesome
oh yeah,
on
some of them,
AOL.
don't get me wrong, they were amazing. Uh, that is how I met Patrick. Was
I
on
was in
and
one
through
time we had a food fight in a chat room.
Yeah. Oh, it wasn't AO hell that I met Patrick. It was on a
AO
Yahoo
hell.
chat. It was a
Nice.
Yahoo chat that I met Patrick, I think. Um,
Yahoo.
yeah, it was a comic chat, or something, like, I forget what kind of chat it was, but that's how we met. But when the internet started really kind of kicking in and everything, and then the games came out. So you had, Evercrack, and you had Ultima Online, and all these things. Was playing.
And for chat programs, you had ICQ.
Yeah, ICQ, yep, and I was playing EverQuest, and, or Evercrack, and, you had the voice chats and everything like that. Well, you would get into these voice chats, and then they would hear your voice, and if you were a girl, they would get super excited, and then they would also dog you at the same time and bully you at the same time. "Oh, it's a girl playing video games. You don't even know what you're doing," that kinda stuff. Um, and it kinda progressed from there, and as I played games, I would try to avoid doing the chats for a while until I would get comfortable with, the people that I was gaming with, and then I would do voice chats, and sometimes it worked out okay, and sometimes it didn't. And one of the time this happened, I've been stalked twice, and one time it was really bad. The guy showed up at my home. Um, but, we played a game together with a bunch of other people. I was in voice chat, and then at one point they had come out with, like, you know, the video streaming later on. And it was brand new. So talk about pixels. Um, and the guy became obsessed, and he wouldn't leave me alone. And I blocked him and did everything I could to keep him out of my vision and my gaming experience. And the guy took it a step further, and he showed up at my home,
Yes. There's
and
one
that's why I
here
hide
and one
myself.
behind Chaos. Cam. It's pretty cool.
That
What's
experience
that?
ruined it for me.
Cam's like, I'm really digging that there's a Superman logo behind both Diecast and KK.
Well, the Superman logo behind me is on the toy, the 3-pack,
Yeah. He's like, he's really digging it.
and then of course I have the 30-inch Superman there. Yeah, there.
No, Horizon, yeah. That's how EverQuest was. It was literally, you played EverQuest, and then you worked so that you could play EverQuest, and you raided for like 8 to 10 hours a day.
I know people that do that
crazy.
with WoW.
I don't even understand how. WoW is so simple in comparison. I could go down that snobbish road, but I won't. But yeah,
Well,
no,
I meant the original WoW, not the current one. The current one.
yes. Yeah, Chris, yes. So what ended up happening is he showed up. I knew sort of what he looked like, but he showed up, and I answered my door. And at the time I only had one kid, my oldest. I answered the door, and he had said my in-game name, and then his voice was very familiar to me, and I slammed the door shut, and I called the police. And luckily, my husband, he only worked down the street, and so I called him as well. And by the time that my husband showed up, the police had already gotten him off of, um, we lived in an apartment at the time, so got him off the property. But yeah, it's one of the reasons why I'm very big about anonymity. That was the scariest thing. And I've been through some scary stuff in my day, but that scared me the most because my kid was in my house. And what if he was super crazy?
Well, he already was.
Yeah, no, I mean,
that.
Like serial killer crazy. What if he was serial killer crazy and not just stalker crazy?
Patrick, you know I'm on a, we're live, and you want me to chat? Like, are you still watching, dude?
I continue. I've been playing WoW for a long time, but this newest thing where they took the levels and just went from So my 120 level character that I spent years getting up to 120 was now a 55. What the hell?
Wait, they did
A
a
level
level dump?
squish. Yeah, they did
Okay.
a level
Mhm.
squish. And then they changed everything. And I was into the questing aspect of it more than anything else. So for questing, World of Warcraft was wonderful. Problem is, you level up too fast now, and you
Mhm.
don't get through half the zones that you want to play.
Mhm.
Yeah, because
That's always been a problem with that game.
in the beginning, though, the beginning of the game, you actually had a lot of time to grow your character and have a lot of side quests that you can play.
No,
And
in
then
the beginning, you went through all the quests, and then you had to grind and
right,
grind
Mhm.
and
but I mean,
grind.
but you had more time to explore the worlds than you
Yeah.
do now.
No, because World of Warcraft has gone to the point where everything is about the end game and nothing else is important.
Yeah,
And that's not true for a player like me. That the quest is everything.
yeah,
So
I missed that.
I don't know that I need to cancel my subscription is what I need to do. I only play it like 4 or 5 hours a month now, if
Mhm.
that.
I missed
And
the
that's
old.
just because I like to fish. I'll
Like
go in
I
there and fish for a
like I
while to
said, man,
relax.
I played WoW from 2005 until 2009, and the thing that killed it first started to kill me was when they completely revamped PvP and you didn't have the bar that you had to keep up
Yeah.
to maintain your rank. And I was a huge PvPer, but I also did a lot of raiding because I played Evercrack, so
Yeah.
that was like the whole premise. Um, but what really killed it and made me want to run away was the constant nerfing to the literal ground so that the character was basically unplayable. Like nobody wanted a specific type of rogue,
I
nobody
spent
wanted, this,
over a year to get to level 40 so I could finally get my mount. I was so proud of myself for getting that mount. And it was on a paladin, so the mount was free. But I was so proud that I finally got there. And the next week, it was level 20. I was so pissed.
Mm.
I should have quit playing when they did the world revamp with what Cataclysm. I should have quit then.
Because that would have ended up, listen to you, diecast, I swear. Because yeah, no, the constant, they couldn't they couldn't make up their minds. They would decide to do revamps of a specific class, especially going down a very specific tree, and then they would make it so incredibly overpowered it was insane. And then they would give it like 6 7 weeks, and then they'd be like, the nerf bat, here we go. And they would just nerf it to completely to the ground, and they wouldn't do it correctly to get it on a normal scale to be on par with everybody else, and so that nobody was, far superior. They would just nerf it completely into the dirt,
Yeah, the
and
only
and
the
that
only thing
pissed
they
me
did
off.
the first the original and the first two expansions, the only thing they really didn't nerf was rogue. Rogues were incredibly overpowered throughout.
I know, we were amazing.
And the other one that was incredibly overpowered for a long time was the warlock.
It was even more overpowered than the warlock, even though the warlock was incredibly overpowered, was the shadow priests,
Oh yeah.
especially
Oh yeah.
when they would be able to do I forget the name of the spell, but it was a life suck and a mana
Yeah.
suck, and then you would get a portion of that if you were the shadow priest. Um, because I would
Yeah,
play a rogue
that was a
and
joke with the people that I was playing with was Shadow Priest suck.
yeah, like literally.
Yeah.
Because I mostly played my rogue in PvP, but if they needed my rogue for raids, I would, redo her so that I could do the
Yes.
raid. But I in raids,
Right.
I mostly played a priest, and a lot of times I was the shadow priest, but every once in a while they'd be like, "We need you to heal,"
I
and It was fun.
I did greenlight it to Chaos yesterday to send the LGNs to you, Card Shop.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just trying to decide, do I want to mail them or do I just want to drive down there?
Because he apparently has a really cool shop, and I would like to see it too one day.
Well, if I drive down there, I'm going to take more than just those. I'm going to take some other stuff too.
I'll just make sure you leave something at home so you have a reason to go back for another visit.
I forgot it. I'll bring it back again. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Problem is to get there with any kind of reasonable hour. I'd have to leave at about 5 or 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm up then, but yeah. And then I'd have to drive back.
Well,
you can always stay overnight. Have a couple days.
You get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. You stop and get yourself some Java. You drive out there. You go.
Let's stop. I have a coffee pot. I just make it and put it in my Stanley thermos, and I'm good.
Well, I don't know, man. Some people, when they're going on a little road trip, like to get a little fancy and go get themselves a coffee that's not made by themselves. I'm just saying. I personally am a huge fan of Dunkin'.
Yeah, but I don't have one here.
I'm not allowed to cuss, and this is like really a big problem for me right now. So instead of calling it what I normally want to call it, and just replace the D with an F, Starducks is out. Okay, I do not like Starducks. I think they're horrible.
I went there one time. I ordered a cup of coffee. So what do you want in it? Coffee.
Oh.
Yeah, but what do you want in it? I want coffee. I want black coffee. They didn't have it.
No, because they have the mocha frappa wacka lacka ding dong going on over there.
So I got loud. What the hell kind of coffee shop is this that doesn't sell coffee? And I was asked to leave, so I left. And I'm going around the corner, and this guy is in the back. He said, "Come here." It was the manager. He said, "Here." And he gave me a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
I said, "Why don't they sell it?" He said, "No, we don't carry that, but I have a pot, so I figured I'd just go ahead and give you some." He said, "Please don't think badly of my store." I said, "I'll never be back." He said, "That's okay, but you got your coffee." And it was pretty good coffee too. So
Starducks always smells burnt to me, man. We have one that's down the street. Yeah. Every time I drive by it, it smells like burnt coffee. I like to go to Dunkin' Donuts because it's the closest thing to me to a Tim Hortons. And I love me some Timmy's. Okay,
Timmy's I used to go to this.
It's amazing.
I used to go to this donut shop in the same. I was an assistant manager for a convenience store back in the early 70s, and they had this. It was a coffee shop, but it was a donut shop, and they had the best coffee, and they advertised best coffee in the area. Not world's best, not because there was another place across the street that said they had the world's best coffee. They just had the best coffee in the area. And they really did. I mean, it was incredible. And I used to go there.
My God.
Star Smokes. Star Smokes. I like that. Star Smokes.
Star Smokes.
Star Sucks. I'm going to call it Starducks because I can't call it what I want.
Yeah, we know what you want to call it.
It's always burnt. Okay, it's always burnt. I've tried to drink their coffee a few times, and again, you just can't get regular coffee.
How about Star Mucks?
Starducks is going to work for me right now.
But they sell muck.
Yeah. And everything has to have a flavor and all this other, they put sprinkles on their no, okay? And also, and I'm sorry, I'm going to rant about this for a second because this still grinds my gears. Who in God's name sat there and was like, I'm going to come up with sizes, okay? So we're going to have a grande, and we're going to have a venti, and we're going to have, what's the other one? A tall, okay? Grande means large. Okay? Venti doesn't mean anything other than 20. It means 20. Venti is their largest size.
Thanks, Frugal.
It's 20
20?
ounces.
But why? Okay? A tall is a small. A grande is apparently a medium now, and the number 20 is now our largest size. Listen here, you pretentious duck. Like,
I
swear.
will admit to occasionally liking a spoonful of chocolate ice cream in my coffee.
There's nothing wrong with that. I'd like to put caramel in my coffee. Okay? I mean, there's nothing wrong with but
Of course, I occasionally put honey in my tea too. So
yeah, exactly.
I have no intelligence, obviously.
The day that somebody goes and hands me a coffee that has sprinkles on it, I'm going to hurt someone. It's coffee.
No, the sprinkles go on the donut.
I don't like.
And if you happen to get some sprinkles in your coffee from the donut, that's okay, because that means you dunked your donut in the coffee, and that's perfectly fine. You can do that. But you don't purposely put sprinkles.
Yeah,
on it.
if you want to dunk stuff in your coffee, you go right ahead, sir. I can't cross textures like that. I'm gonna like, I can handle blood and guts and gore and all this other stuff. I've worked in the medical field. I can handle all of that.
So you don't dip your bread in soup either?
No. You put a one texture type in with a completely opposite texture type, and it gets me every time. One of my kids works at Dunkin'. Okay.
I like hard sourdough bread to dunk into my soup and eat it that way, because that's the way soup is intended to be eaten anyway. Originally.
Yeah, I get that, but it's like I can't. One of my kids works at Dunkin', and they came out with the new Dunkin' drinks that are like they're not coffee, they're the energy drinks, and they have those the little balls, the little whatever those little ball thingies are.
I don't do energy drinks.
And hands it to me and tells me to try it, and this thing shoots up into my mouth, and I'm like, what is that? And then they go, oh, it's one of those little flavor poppers and everything, and I immediately just threw up, and I'm just, what? Like, I can't do it. I can't. It's awful.
So I guess you don't do the cough drops with the gooey stuff in the middle too?
No.
Yeah.
No, I do not.
Yeah, those are pretty nasty.
Yeah. I just, no. I can't.
Don't get donuts into coffee.
Honestly, honest to God, I've never had a good Starbucks ever, and I've tried it a few times. It's not like I've only tried it once and called it quits. I've tried it at least a good half dozen or more times. It's always been burnt. It has always had something extra that is unnecessary. And when you say you want a large coffee, they go, "Do you mean a venti?" And I'm like, "I want a large coffee.
It does fit.
I want a large coffee. Just give me a large coffee." Oh, you mean a venti? And I'm like, no, fucking large.
Okay. A cup is 4 ounces. That's what coffee is intended to be drank out of. A large would be 8 or 10 ounces. In theory. Maybe 12. On a good day, 16.
Yeah, no, there's no. First of all, I mean, I can drink a lot of coffee. I do love coffee, but if I say a large coffee, just give me a large coffee. Don't make me say whatever it is that you want to call it now. I mean, some of them have a short, which is the 4 or 8 ounce, I think, but most of them just have the tall, the grande, and the venti. I don't know, man. It's dumb. I can go to a Dunkin' or I can go to a Timmy's, and I can sit there and be like, I'd like a large coffee. We got you, fam. And they hand me a large coffee, and don't make me call it something fancy.
Yes, Card Shop. It wasn't the fact that it was coffee. It was the way that she talked about coffee that knocked me out in the third hour of tonight's episode.
What got me was the first time when I was in England. I was visiting somebody, and we got some coffee, and they pour the milk in, and then they add some coffee.
Yeah.
And I thought, what the hell is that? Because I drink my coffee black. I don't want milk in my coffee or cream in my coffee. I drink it black. Always have black, no cream or sugar. Thank you very much.
If you want to have something, especially from England, that is a good drink, that is like coffee, but it's actually tea, is you get their black tea.
Oh, yeah.
It's amazing, and it makes you feel like
The-
you are drinking a
the
coffee, and
the
it's
black
got
is that the pico? No, or the Earl Grey?
no Earl
I
Grey
forget.
is a
It is a
lighter
lighter tea.
coffee.
That's right.
No, they have it's literally called black tea,
Oh, okay.
but it's amazing, and you think you're drinking a coffee, and you're not. It was delicious.
And it's actually better for you than coffee is.
Well, I mean, every few years somebody has something nasty to say about everything that we're doing that supposedly has some sort of decency. I mean, right now they're saying that coffee actually is relatively good for you on many levels.
Yeah,
So,
in small doses. Anything
yes.
to excess is not good for you. But then they're turning around and, the big push was decaffeinated coffee. Well, it's actually the caffeine that ends up being good for you in the coffee. The decaffeinated coffee is not good for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, everybody, we had just hit the 3-hour mark, and that's the first time since the premiere episode that we've gone 3 hours.
I
Has
apologize.
it been 3 hours?
Oh, yeah, I didn't
Oh,
feel
wow.
like it, but it just hit.
I thought we were on for 45 minutes.
That's what it felt like. I mean, just chit-chatting along. It was awesome.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Oh, no,
I kept you.
they're having their own coffee
Don't
talk.
be
of their
sorry.
own.
We're having fun.
Yeah. You're an Italian decent, are you? Huh? Yeah, but all about this coffee, and Patrick's got a plug in the back of his neck for his coffee IV, and it's like,
Right? Yeah. Patrick does not really have blood that circulates. It's actually
No, it's coffee. Yeah.
he has a little
He
shovel
does.
pot.
No, it's his coffee pot. He
Wait,
takes
wait,
it.
he
No,
takes
hold
the
on,
big
hold on.
one.
No, hear me out, man. Hear me out.
Oh,
He has had the same coffee pot for I don't know, the dawn of time.
wow!
Okay.
Is it
Same.
actually a percolator? You plug it in and it makes the coffee the way God intended it to be made.
It's like a Mr. Coffee. It's
Oh.
like your standard, like your current, not your fancy schmancy, but everyday coffee pot.
Has it got a timer? Has it got a clock on it?
No, I don't think
Oh,
it
man.
does. But he's had this thing for so long.
He's like, I take my own coffee maker with me. Yes.
I don't.
He takes it with him anywhere if he has to leave and he's not going to be at home for a full night, he will take it with him every time. It's his. It has its. He's had it for so long. It's baked in the flavors that he's looking for, man.
I went through 5 of the drip coffee maker, like the Mr. Coffee style coffee makers, in 4 years. I bought a percolator just to try it. Maybe it'll last longer.
Yeah.
That was 7 years ago.
Yeah.
It still works great.
No, Patrick has this uncanny luck with coffee makers, man. He really does. He, like I said, that he's had like this. I think it's a Mr. Coffee. And am I right? Yes, he used to have an emergency coffee maker in his trunk of his car. I'm not kidding you. I forgot about it.
I can believe it.
I'm not kidding you. He also the same coffee cup that everybody sees him with. He's had that for a hot minute. That is his coffee cup. It is his. Heaven forbid you use that cup. Heaven forbid you take that from him, or you think, oh, I should wash this. No, do not touch it. Do not touch it. You lose a hand. That's his thing.
There was one good thing about the Cataclysm WoW expansion. There was a little quest in the Goblin area. This is afterwards.
Searching
that you got to go search it. You gather up all of these different things so this NPC can make some coffee. CAWFEE, I think it was.
It's the quest where you had to go digging through the poo. to get
Oh yeah,
yeah,
and then you got to go get the hot water.
the coffee travel mug that you have
Yep.
had for forever a day. It is your future urn. I had to make a promise.
Oh my God.
I had to make a promise
Oh no.
that under no uncertain circumstance, like nobody is allowed to deviate from this plan. I have to make sure that his future urn is that travel mug. It has to be.
Okay.
I love Patrick so much. He's fantastic. He's my
Man
favorite.
cannot live on caffeine on coffee alone unless he's Patrick Murphy.
Yeah, no, for real. I don't think I've ever seen him drink anything
I
else.
found out what happened to my soda.
Is it on the floor?
Well, I drank it.
Okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because here's the can.
Oh, okay. All right.
When I finished
The one
my
thing I
other-
will agree with though is room temperature coffee. 2 thumbs up.
Oh yeah. When I finished this and went to throw it out, I found the can in the garbage already.
I have to get in touch with Elon Musk so I can jettison it into space for you, Patrick.
Just
Just
throw it up
make it
in the air and
giant
say, "Well, I tried, it wouldn't go."
I tried to slingshot it. I need a little bit more oomph.
It came back down and
Yeah.
it landed in someone's yard, and I wasn't getting it.
Yeah. Rude.
There was a big dog in
Coffee.
the yard, and I said,
No. Not the big dog.
"Well, my coffee always starts out hot, but quickly gets to be room temperature, and I just drink it anyway. I've never cared. Sometimes, if when I feel lazy and don't want to warm up the coffee, I just pour it in a cup and drink it. But I love my percolator. It makes the best coffee.
That's Patrick's favorite type of coffee is room temperature coffee.
I know.
It's I don't know, man. My coffee either needs to be hot or it needs to be cold. I don't like room temperature.
Well,
It's
so
an
on that
acquired
note,
taste.
well, talking about coffee, I'm wanting coffee now, so I'm going to close the show out and go get some coffee.
Okay then.
You could do that.
I mean, that way everybody can go get some coffee, and I can get coffee because Patrick's talking about coffee too much, and I want it.
That's my fault. I'm doing it. I'm doing all the talking.
No, I'm reading everything he's saying about coffee, and I'm like, all right, I want it. I'm going to go get it now.
We might have to do that on Wednesday night.
Yeah, might have to
Patrick
do
Murphy live with coffee.
that. But on that note, I am so happy.
And all the guests have to have coffee. Or
Cabello
you know.
came in and just say hello and goodbye to everybody. Thank you for coming to my show, Cabello.
You're welcome, sir. And hello and goodbye.
Hello and goodbye. How do I go back to this way? And we go to you, sir. Where
I'm
will
just
you be
going
at this week?
I don't know. Probably somewhere. Somewhere all night I'll be on Horizon Picks channel because I'm his co-host. Wednesday night I'll be hanging around with Patrick Murphy and we'll be drinking coffee. And Thursday night I'll have my show and we're going to talk about toys and comics. Now, how do you show toys and comics that you're trying to sell online? And we're going to talk about that a little bit. And I'm going to do it right now just so that I can get it out of the way and you can stop bothering. Before you handle your comics, your collectibles, your toys, whatever you happen to be into, make sure you wash your hands. It's good for your comics, good for your toys, good for your collectibles. But mostly, it's good for your health.
Cool. Thanks. I didn't have to ask you that time.
I knew it was coming around if you're going to just get it out of the way. and that way you can be the last word.
Yeah, and then well, are you not going to come on to the show Wednesday night at all for any auction or no?
I don't know.
Oh, you might pop in and just annoy people.
That. I'm going to sleep between now and then. I don't know. I do have the Eternal My Light Project video dropping Wednesday morning.
Oh yes, that's right.
If I remember to make it.
And I teased it on a video dropping tomorrow that I'm gonna try to drop videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays around noontime. And then
No.
why am I? Why?
I do them at 10 a.m. Why don't you do them at 10 a.m.? Well, mine are 10 a.m. That'd be 11 a.m. for you. So why don't you do them? Drop them at 11?
Oh, okay.
Continuity.
So if I drop it at 11,
I don't care what time you drop them. It doesn't matter.
I'm just trying to figure out what your logic was behind it. I don't know. But
just trying to tell you what to do.
Well,
that's all.
Tomorrow is just a mail video, and then telling you about the future video that will be dropping, which I almost made a mistake of starting it. Yes, started calling it the Eternal Valiant Project, which I quickly stopped myself and said no, it's the Valiant Mylite Project.
Nice.
That will be coming this week. I don't know what, either Thursday or
yeah, because there is an end in sight for your Valiant.
Yes, that's I had to not call it the Eternal.
And I think they're right here.
Yes, that would be a big chunk to fill the gaps that I might have.
Just get me that list, and we'll see what we've got.
Yeah, but yeah, thank you everybody for coming and hanging out and talking coffee for 2 hours. And
hey, we didn't talk coffee for 2 hours. It's like 20 minutes. Why
20? No, it was. I'm not mean. I love coffee.
Hey,
coffee is part of my.
Talk about our coffee when we were talking about TV and talking about comedies, talking about superhero stuff, talking about movies. We didn't talk.
The name of my show. We
never once mentioned coffee during that time.
Yeah, I know, because the name of my show is Comics, Coffee, and Chill. So we hit the whole shabam. And we covered all bases.
Yeah, and I got chills a couple of times because my air conditioner's on too long.
So that's that, people. Thank you for coming. And I'm not even going to do an outro. We're just going to say peace, love, and comics, man.
I already did it.
I'm doing it. I promise.
See you all next week.
Bye.
Bye.